This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow.
High school basketball from Glasgow High School Gymnasium have a doubleheader tonight, a girls game, immediately followed by a boys game. And the Glasgow Scotties, the girls just coming out, we're moments away. So for Telescripts Cable Company, I'm Bobby Biggers alongside Steve Estes, and Steve's going to bring the girls game. Steve, what do we got, buddy?
We got the Logan County Cougars going against the Glasgow Scotties here tonight, and getting ready for basketball action here. I'll give you the starting lineups tonight for the Glasgow Scotties. At one guard will be a 5'2" sophomore, Letitia Stockton. She's number 12. At the other guard will be a 5'9" junior, number 21, Heather Hood. In the middle for the Glasgow Lady Scotties will be 5'10" sophomore, number 34, Melanie Crowley. At one forward will be 5'10" senior, Allison Vance. At the other forward will be a 5'8" junior, Grant Kearney. She's number 22. And now, Bobby, for the Lady Cougars of Logan County.
Okay, for the Cougars, they have a three-guard offense, Steve. Julie Hendricks, a guard, wears number 10. Is at one guard, her running mate, the other guard, number 15, Misty Martin. And the third guard is Anna Mallory. She wears number 23. At center, Kelly Crofton wears number 41. And Roseanne Mills, the lone forward, wears number 25. Of course, when they call it a three-guard offense, you'll see, you will not actually be able to tell much difference in it, Steve, as far as appearance from up here. Right, buddy?
That's exactly right, Bobby. I talked to Mike Harris for the game, and he said that he was going to press the whole game. And I talked to him, and I welcomed him back first. I welcomed him back first after his suspension, and he said he was going to press the whole game. And looking forward to this basketball game, he said that Logan County were senior dominated. They started 5 seniors, and their go-to girl would be Roseanne Miles. And she looked like a good ball player from down there watching her warm up. Mike was enthusiastic when I talked to him about her. She was a good ball player.
Well, Steve and I are having to share a microphone right now, and I was reaching trying to grab it because you talk about enthusiasm. Heather Hood is now well and alive and well, and she'll be playing for the Scotties tonight. She played last night. Last game she played was way back in about the middle of December. And she got ill, and then last night was her first game back as the Scotties poured it on Bowling Green 93-57, the Lady Scotties. We'll talk more about that later, but the good news is Heather's back, and it gives Coach Harris more depth and a lot more experience also, Steve.
Oh, definitely. So we get ready for the tip-up. Mr. Tawny's going to throw the ball up, and Kelly Crafton and Allison Vance going to jump it up, and Vance gets a tip, and it's over to put up and in by Roseanne Miles. As Logan jumps into a man-to-man press, and they give it off to Heather Hood. Heather Hood brings it up the left side, dishes nice pass into Grant Kearney. She blows a bubble and puts it in. Grant Kearney with the bubble out of her mouth. Puts that ball in there as it's tied up 2 apiece. As Mallory are bringing it across the time stripe, walked. And Tawny caught it. Turnover, Lady Cougars. So put the ball in play on the side, and Logan jumps back into the man-to-man press as Crafton waits back for Logan County as a protector. And a protector she is. Nice move by Heather Hood, driving in there, Bobby.
Wow, see there, that brings an extra little dimension in, and remember the assist right before that.
That's true, Bobby, that's just true. As Logan County faces a 3-2 zone here by the Scotties, as Heather Hood drops back every once in a while into the 2-1-2 zone. So it's over on the three-point line to Martin. Martin underneath to Miles. Miles about an 8-footer, no good. Vance and Mallory battle for the rebound, and Mallory comes out of there with it. Mallory at the top of the key over to Hendricks. Hendricks bounce pass down into Miles. Nice move on the baseline. Good. Roseanne Miles. And here goes little Letitia Stockton. She's going to go from coast to coast. Puts it up, no good. Rebounded Heather Hood, loses it. Gets in there, Crowley gets it. And Hendricks ties her up. It's going to be jump ball possession Glasgow as number 32, Cora Wales, checks in for the Lady Cougars, replacing Crafton. As Heather Hood sets to put it in play for the Scotties. Looks and looks, better get it in. Into Crowley, throws it away. Here comes Mallory on a breakaway. Letitia catches up with her. Tipped around in there, and Heather Hood comes out of there with it. And she's going to push it up the right side. Hood over to Stockton. Stockton calls a play as Logan County settles back, and they're in a one man-to-man. Crowley down underneath the Hood. Hood spinning in the paint. No good. Comes off there. Battle for the rebound. Hendricks comes out of there with it and double dribbles. So Logan County plagued with some turnovers here early, Bobby.
Yeah, they are. Glasgow's after them, too. They're playing very aggressive defense, and they haven't looked like they settled down. They came in late, Steve. Remember, they were about 15 minutes late, so the bus just got in and they barely warmed up.
That's true. They did just barely get here. So Stockton calls a play for Glasgow as Logan County still in the man-to-man. She circles off to her left and gives it off to Hood. Hood looks underneath. Gives it off to Crowley. Crowley, Grant Kearney in the lane with a little hook shot. No good. Rebound by Miles. Grant Kearney takes it away from her. And Mallory comes out of there with it. She's going to push it up the right side. And she gives it over to Martin. Martin inside to Miles. Miles over in the left-hand corner to Hendricks. Hendricks bluffs a shot and blocked in there by Grant Kearney. Allison Vance with a board. Gives it off to Heather Hood. She jogs it up the court. Gives it over to Allison Vance. Open about a 12-footer. Good. Allison Vance. We're having a little problem here, Bobby.
I got wires all over me. Anytime you want me to say something, just stick it in front of my nose.
I'll do it, Bobby. Heather Hood comes off of the glass for Glasgow, and she goes length of the floor, put up and in. Heather Hood's ready to play, Bobby.
Yeah, she took it right down the middle, took it in the paint, and beautiful layup.
So Mallory gets instructions from the coach here as they face this 3-2 zone. It's over in the corner to Martin. Martin launching a three-pointer, no good. Bounces back out front to Mallory. She kicks it over to Hendricks. Hendricks about an 8-footer, no good. Put up, battle for the rebound by Miles. Good. Roseanne Miles as they back in the man-to-man press. Miles looks tough, doesn't she, Bobby?
Roseanne is evidently their scorer because she has all the points for Logan.
And she's going to get called for a hand check there.
I might mention, Steve, also Glasgow leading 8-6, 4:19.
Okay. Thank you, Bobby.
4:19
remaining. 4:19. Okay, thank you. So into the lineup for Glasgow is Woodcock, number 20, and number 24, Amy Karen. And I did that without looking, Bobby. That's pretty good. Letitia Stockton breaks wide open underneath for the layup. No, throws it away. No, Grant Kearney retrieves it. Bounce pass down to Amy Karen. Back out to Woodstock. There I go. Back at the Woodcock. She shoots a three, but is no good. Back over to Stockton. Stockton going to drive the length of the right down the paint. Take it, puts it up and in. Allison Vance. Reckon Stockton, she didn't care, did she? She's just going in there among the giants.
No, Woodcock, though. I knew you was going to do that
Woodstock, we were talking about that before the game.
You talked about it 5 minutes ago. You said, with Stockton at one guard and Woodcock at the other, and I'm afraid I'm going to call somebody Woodstock. And you just did it.
There's Miles for the layup. Good. Roseanne Miles with 10-8 Glasgow with 3:30 left to go here in the first quarter.
10-8 Roseanne.
Roseanne, yeah, that's true.
Glasgow 10, Roseanne 8.
So Stockton calls a play for Glasgow, gives it over to Karen. Karen bounce pass underneath the Woodcock. Nice pass back out to Grant Kearney, about an 8-footer. Good. Grant Kearney. Glasgow pretty evenly balanced in scoring here, Bobby.
You got it. Vance, Kearney, and Hood, all with 2 field goals apiece.
There's Miles again. Basket by Miles. Roseanne Miles.
Glasgow has 6 field goals, and she has 5. Roseanne does for Logan.
When I talked to Mike Harris before the game, he said that was their go-to girl. She's a senior, and she was their go-to girl last year, and here she is again. She's a good ball player. So now Logan is in a 2-3 zone, and there's Allison Vance for about a 15-footer. Is no good. Comes off of there as Cora Wells pulls down the rebound and gives it off to that was Mallory, dribbles it off her foot there for Logan County. She gets it back, gives it over to Martin in the corner for a three-pointer, no air ball. Rebounded by Vance. Vance gives it to Stockton, and she's going to walk it up the floor for the Scotties. As Heather Hood and Melanie Crowley gets ready to sit back into the game for the Scotties. There's Woodcock for three, no good. Rebounded by Vance, put back up, no good. That's going to be Vance over the back, I do believe. How many fouls is that on? That's our first team foul.
Yeah, but after she shot, you notice, Steve, she didn't follow her shot. If she'd have followed her shot, she would have gotten position, rebounded position. She shot it, then watched it, and then tried to go for it. Of course, she had to run through somebody then.
It was too late.
That's
it was
a good
too
point
late
in
then.
Following your shot, because you get position after it leaves your hand. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
That's good, Bob. That's real good. So Mallory over in the corner to number 35, who's checked into the game, a southpaw, which is, who is 35? Sarah Higgins. Meanwhile, Miles misses about a 6-footer for Logan County, which is a rare sight here in this first quarter for her to miss a shot. So Hood for a long two, good. Heather Hood stepped on that line, Bobby. So it's 14-10. Glasgow up with 1:22 left to go here in this first quarter. And as Crowley hits a floor for a rebound, throws it back out, and it's stolen. And here comes Miles for another two. I bet you, Bobby. Good. Roseanne Miles.
Well, every one she gets is about 2 feet out. She just positions on the basket. They look for her. They feed her, and I think I could turn and put them in.
Bob, I don't know, Bob. Well, yeah, I bet you could, too. I bet you could.
If my arthritis wasn't hurt too bad.
So Amy Karen gives it off to Heather Hood, standing outside the three-point line. Here's Woodcock for three. No good. She can't buy one tonight. Wide open. They got a run out here. Is Hendricks for the layup. Good. Julia Hendricks. So with 30 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, it's 14s. And looks like Glasgow's pulling it out here to play for the last shot of the quarter. Bobby?
Yeah. Got the 17 clock moving.
So with 13 seconds, Glasgow goes into an offense here, and it gives it off to Woodcock, and there goes Heather Hood down the lane. She puts up about an 8-footer. Good. Heather Hood with a kiss off the front iron. And that's going to do it for one quarter here at Glasgow Scotty Gymnasium as the Glasgow girls lead 16-14 in a up and down tempo game here, Bobby, in this starting out here. Both teams pressing, both teams getting up and down the floor. And, Bobo, are you going to give me some scores here, baby?
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Well, I imagine Roseanne Miles for Mills, M-I-L-E-S, Miles, I guess it is, for Logan County is a little bit peeved as she goes to the bench because she had all the points until about less than a minute when Julia Hendricks sneaked in there for Logan County and made a field goal. But as it is, Roseanne has 12 points coming on 6 two-point field goals, and Julia Hendricks has the other lone basket for 2 points. For the Lady Scotties of Coach Mike Harris, Heather Hood leading the Scotties scoring as she has 4 field goals for 8 points, followed by Grant Kearney with 2 field goals for 4 points, and Allison Vance 2 field goals for 4 points. So they're 16-14, as Steve said. Glasgow Lady Scotties with the lead, and this is definitely an up-tempo game, Steve-O.
Oh, definitely, and Mike Harris may Bobby get their team to pack that zone in until they hit a three-pointer. Instead of chasing those wing people out on a three-pointer, pack that zone in, make them hit a three, and let somebody else beat you but Miles. Now you got watching them down low. Now that's pretty good defense right there on Miles. That's going to be put it back up and in by Cora Wells. But you seen there on that play where somebody had Miles front and back. There was somebody in front of her and there was somebody behind her. That's packing that zone in. That's double dribble by Heather Hood.
Yeah, little Heather knew it as soon as she did it.
Yeah, she kind of flinched there and then just pitched the ball over to the ref. So here comes Anna Mallory bringing it into play, and she's going to face that 3-2 zone. Oh, there's a block in there by Crowley. Get that stuff out of here. She rejected Cora Wells' shot, and Heather Hood brings it up as Glasgow still facing the 2-3 zone by Logan County. And Woodcock was open, but Heather got it to her too late. That's down inside of Grant Kearney. She's going to turn, wheel, and deal. And that foul's going to be on Cora Wells, Bobby.
Cora Wells, that's correct.
That's going to be a shooting foul. That's only Logan County's second team foul, I do believe.
Yeah, little Ashley Woodcock, she's fired about 3 3-pointers, and you're going to see those fall for her. She shot well last night. We need to talk a little bit about that magnificent game last night.
Yeah. As Grant Kearney gets her first one on the way, and it's no good.
I think the wagons are circling.
Yeah, I believe we're in some serious trouble here as the Logan County cheerleaders are making all kinds of racket down here. Grant Kearney's second one on the way, and it's good. Write it down. Grant Kearney as little Letitia Stockton and Allison Vance check back in for the Glasgow Scotties, replacing Ashley Woodcock. What we got going on down here, Bobby? I don't think he signaled it to come in, did he?
No, I don't think he did either. He doesn't like to be left out. He wants
he wants to get on film here. So Mallory looks over to the bench and gets some instructions from the coach, and as Glasgow packs in this zone here and they get it down to Miles, and she's circled big time on that one, and she still puts it up and good. Rosanna Miles. I guess that's Roseanne.
Well, if you saw her first shot, you've seen the rest of her shots too, because they're all from the right side, little one-handed jumpers put back in from 2 feet out.
Every one of them. That's exactly right, Bobby. As meanwhile, Melanie Crowley with a little driving layup for the Glasgow Scotties. It's 19-18 here, just starting the second quarter. Glasgow jumps out into a man-to-man now. They're going to let Allison take the girl one-on-one as Cora Wells puts up a shot, no good. The girl goes over top of Letitia Stockton, over her back, looked like Bobby, and put it back up and in. That was Anna Mallory. May not have been over her back, looked like it. Little Letitia dishes off to Hood, over in the corner to Crowley, back outside to Stockton. Over to Amy Karen, over to Hood. Hood blefs a 3, nice move. Puts up about a 12-footer, no good. Coming off of there is Cora Wells. Cora Wells active since she come into the game here, Bobby. She was a sub coming off the bench, real active. So Glasgow picking up lady to lady. Oh, Allison Vance got away with a push there. She had her forearm directly in the back there.
That hurt my back.
It hurt my back too. And she thought she was going to get called for the foul. She held up both of her hands like, no, not me. And the ball went out of bounds. They give it back to Glasgow. Here comes little Letitia. She's going to bring it up to play for Scotties. Logan still in that 2-3 zone. Over to Heather Hood. Heather Hood down to the corner to Allison Vance. Across court to Amy Karen. Karen into Crowley. Nice up and under move. Puts it up. Foul by Cora Wells. Nice up and under move there by Melanie Crowley for Glasgow. As that foul is going to be on Cora Wells, I do believe, Bobo.
I believe that's the second on little Corey.
That's team second and also the second on Cora Wells as Kelly Crafton checks back into the game for Logan County. So Melanie Crowley yet to come to the line for the Glasgow. She's going to get a couple here. That is as loud as it sounds, Bobby. I guarantee you. Crowley's first one's on its way. No good. Comes off of there.
We may have to circulate a petition at halftime.
Oh, Melanie Crowley's second one on its way. Good. Melanie Crowley. So here comes Glasgow with the press, jumping all over them. Nice save, nice play in there by Melanie Crowley, and came in and puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Stockton, who steps on the line. Logan County ball. Well, here they come. Here comes them Scotties. They're pressing again, Bobby. 20 to 20, tied up with 5:12 left to go here in the second quarter as Logan County breaks the press pretty easily as Miles takes it and gives it back out to Mallory, who will set up the offense as they're man-to-man, and there's somebody wide open underneath. And that was Crafton. She was wide open. They missed her. They're trying to clear out for Miles. You see how they're doing that, Bobby? Put up and no good. That's going to be on Heather Hood, I believe. But you see the guard that was standing out front, Mallory, she waved everybody else away to get out of there, and they want to isolate Miles down low. And, yeah, that's
well, the big girl in the middle, she was taking it, and then Miles was trying to work her way in, and I think she got a little aggravated at it because she says, "You don't supposed to," and but I believe she's going to be ineffective on the left side of the basket. I don't believe she shoot with her left hand, and she's tough on this right side of the basket.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
We'll sort of watch that.
Okay, we'll take notice of that. As number 35, Sarah Higgins, puts the first one up, no good. No, the first one was good, and the second one went off Melanie Crowley, I do believe. And Tawny calls it Logan County basketball. Logan County, number 23, Mallory, puts it up and good. And Logan County takes their first lead of the game, 23 to 20. Here with just 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. As Stockton gets it over to Grant Kearney, she penetrates and gives it off to Melanie Crowley. She's going to back it back up and set it up. Gives it over to Heather Hood. Heather, about a 17-footer, no good, short irons it. Gets her own board, takes it back up strong, puts it up good. Heather Hood taking it to the rack, baby. As Glasgow comes to the press again, nice interception there by Allison Vance. Allison gives it off to Stockton, back to Vance, about a 6-footer short. Goes and gets her own rebound, puts it up, blocked. And number 35, Sarah Higgins, comes out of there with it for Logan County. Looked like there was all kinds of contact in there, Bobby. Yeah. As Crafton stands outside, gives it off to Higgins, is no good. Nobody going for the rebound for Glasgow. As Mallory comes out of there with it, gives it off to Higgins standing out front. As Higgins gives it over to Martin in the corner. Nice defense by Allison Vance. That's what I'm talking about. That's the hustle.
Yeah, I was just watching Miles, though, number 25. Allison was trying to front her, and she just pushed her about a mile. And then when she made a move of her basket, I mean, she really took Allison out of bounds with her.
Oh, yeah. There's no way, muscle-wise, that Allison can hang with her. No way.
Not hardly.
She's bigger. Allison's bigger than she is, but see, just like that, where she uses her body to push off.
Yeah, she did. She definitely pushed off.
I hope the scorebook's going to be big enough to keep up with Miles' points here, Bobby. As Logan County leads 25-22 until that bucket right there by Allison Vance is 25-24. As Mallory looks over to Higgins, a lob pass down low to Miles. Good. Roseanne Miles, nice pass out there by Higgins as Mike Harris is severely PO'd. I mean, severely. We're going to watch him in the huddle here as he's going to be doing some chewing.
Well, Roseanne's got 20 points.
Roseanne Miles has 20 points for Logan County as we're seeing an exhibition put on here of layups for Roseanne Miles.
Like I said, at the first 5 seconds, if you saw her first shot, you just saw her last shot. She's never shot one of the 3 feet. Now, I'm not knocking the young lady on that. I don't mean that because you got to work for position and stuff like that.
That's
but
exactly
they definitely look for her, and she's having her way down there in the blocks. There's no doubt about that.
She's their bread and butter. I mean, you know, as Mike gives some instructions here to the ladies' Scotties, and they're going to have to do something, Bobby. I mean, they've got to, you know, if they're gonna get beat, I think they need to let somebody else beat them, starting the second half or starting now even. You know, even if they have to put 2 people on, I don't think the man-to-man is going to work. The zone. They went to zone, and it wasn't quite packed in as tight as what you'd maybe like a zone to be. And then they switched over to the man-to-man, And the man, there's no way. I'm not. Allison Vance is a heck of a defensive player, and she's a heck of a ball player. But there's no way that she can guard Roseanne Miles. It's too much muscle, too much body on the girl.
She got that much stamina to stay with that young lady. She's too strong.
Yeah.
I put a chaser. I put two people on her in a minute.
Yeah, I would too. Or make her play defense even. Make her play defense even. There's a jumper by Allison Vance is no good as number 23 Anna Mallory comes out of there. Let's see what do we do. We're still going man to man. And there's pretty good defense right there by Allison Vance. She's all over the floor. And here goes Letitia Stockton coast to coast. And she gives it back to Allison Vance. She bluffs a shot, puts it up, and no good. It's blocked.
Yeah, but Letitia played it very smartly. She drove, it didn't open up for her. She's a small young lady, and so she kicks it right back out. Very, very heady play on her part.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that ball was out on Allison Vance. Allison's a little frustrated here, Bobby.
Well, I tell you what, the janitor's not going to have anything to do the Monday because she's done mopped the floor all night.
Oh. Allison just mugged somebody down here. She just mugged somebody down here.
Beautiful block.
Yeah, beautiful block. Nice ball right there. That was all ball right there by Allison Vance. The girl made a nice no-look pass over to number 35, which was number 32, Cora Wells. That's going to be fouling on Cora Wells, Bobby. And if my memory serves me correct, that's her third. Talk to me, old Mr. Bigger.
You are right. Exactly her third personal foul. The team's third foul.
So Cora Wells checks out of the game as Kelly Crafton checks back into the game for the Lady Cougars. As Letitia Stockton brings it in play, it's 27-24 Logan County with 1 minute and 55 seconds left to go here in the second period. As Grant Kearney gets the ball, and she was going to take it underneath, and she walked. She looked like she got run over first, and then she was walked, but... So here comes Glasgow in a two. I can't really see what they're doing. Yeah, 2-1-2 zone, full court press. As Logan breaks it with ease. There's a She shot something other than a layup, Bobby.
Yeah, she's got range.
She's got range. Oh, rebound was put back up by Crafton, which is no good. Rebounded by Crowley, and Crowley runs. There's Woodcock for three, no good. Woodcock cannot buy one tonight. Mallory pulls it off of there for the Lady Cougars. Gives it off to Martin for three. No good. Nice box out there by Woodcock.
Woodcock had 2 out of 3 from three-point land last night. 2 out of 3.
She's about 0 for 3 tonight, I think, Bobby. I don't think she's connected on one. 0 for 2 or, 4. But now she's scared to shoot it. She's not going to. She had a wide open one there and wouldn't shoot it. Still got to pull the trigger. Pull it. Karen gives it off to the Stockton. Stockton takes that out of the land of the Giants. She gets that stuff warped out of there. As Mallory walks and gets away with it, no call. Crafton gets the board, gives it up to Miles, and puts it up and scores. Roseanne Miles. 29-24 with 35 seconds left to go here in the first half. Stockton's backing it out of there, looking at that 2-3 zone. Going to play for the last one. 29-24 with 18 seconds left to go here in the first half. Kicked out of bounds out of there by Higgins for Logan County as Woodcock's going to put it in play here with 7.5 seconds left to go, and Glasgow trailing Logan County by 5 points. As Stockton's going to, I guarantee you she can get there in 7 seconds. She's going to put about a 12-footer up, no good. Rebounded by Crafton. At the buzzer, Martin fires one, no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway. So pretty good first half, 29-24 at the end of the first half. Glasgow trailing Logan County in girls basketball. Bobby, any comment?
Yeah, the quarter moved real swiftly, Steve, as there wasn't a lot of fouls. Glasgow committed 2 team fouls. Logan County completed 4. There wasn't a whole lot in the second quarter turnovers. So consequently, we had a quick 16 minutes, didn't we?
Oh, That's for sure. We had a definitely quick 16 minutes. So we'll get ready to start second half action here.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
All right, that's the Scotty fight song, Steve, as band director Mr. Keith Vincent gets his pep band going across the way. Quickly, I'd better give the scoring here this first half. After the Scotties really fell behind in that second quarter as they scored a team high 8 points against Logan County's 15. Leading all scorers in this basketball game is Rosanna Miles, number 25 for Logan County, 22 points, followed by Anna Mallory with 4, and then Julie Hendricks with 2. So you can see where the damage has been done. For the Lady Scotties, like I said, it was rather mundane second quarter, picking up, just been doubled, nearly outscored. And let's see, Heather Hood had 8 the first quarter. She picked up a basket for 2 in the second quarter for a total of 10 points to lead all the Scotties. She's followed by Allison Vance with 6 points, Grant Kearney with 5, and Melanie Crowley with 3. Grant's been rather silent tonight, Steve, after last night's great big game when she got over Bowling Green Purple. She scored 28 points. And that came on 10 of 12 field goals from 2-point range, 5 of 9 free throws. She tried 1 3-pointer, and she nailed it.
Yeah, Bobby, I'm excited to see what Coach Harris has told his girls here at halftime to find out what they're going to do to stop Miles down low this half. It's going to be interesting because nothing he's tried so far has worked, at all.
Steve, she doesn't look like that big of a lady. She plays out front. If I was going to go man-to-man with her, I would front her.
Well, you
try
try,
trailer behind her. That's ridiculous, getting it from 2 points, 2 feet away and turn around and put it in.
Yeah, I would
see on your monitor that she's not that big of a young lady.
Yeah, she's number 25 there for.
Yeah, number 25. You're correct.
I would pack a zone in, Bobby. I would pack the zone in, and I would put somebody in front of her and somebody behind her, and dare them to hit the 3-pointers on me.
Well,
I'd make them shoot the 3-pointers till they started hitting them, and then you got to go out and get them.
Well, they don't have any. They hadn't been hitting from the perimeter. They haven't been shooting from the perimeter. Anna Mallory has 4 points. They came on 2 field goals.
Yeah.
And those are about 12-footers and 1 8-footer. Then Julie Hendricks has the only other field goal for them, and that was a layup.
So I'm excited to see what we're going to do here starting this second half.
It's going to be interesting, but the main thing is the Scotties, they're hustling. They are both of these basketball teams going all out after each other. It's going to be a very interesting 16 minutes, Steve.
Sure is. As we get set to start it off here, 29-24. Glasgow trailing by 5 here to start the second half as Stockton puts it into Hood. Hood back to Stockton. Stockton over to Grant Kearney. Grant Kearney dribbles around the perimeter, looks inside, nothing there. Gives it off to, I don't know who, Allison Vance. She's throwing it to Heather Hood, throws it overhead. Heather retrieves it, gives it back to Stockton. Stockton gives it off to Heather Hood. Heather penetrates, nothing there. Gives it off to Allison Vance, down low to Kearney. Kearney puts a little soft hook shot up there, no good. Crowley grabs the rebound, puts it back up, no good. Puts it back up again, no good. Gets her own rebound for the 3rd time. That's going to be over the back foul. That's gonna be on Roseanne Miles. That's gonna be her first, Bobby?
That's her first, I believe. She gets into the scoring column of the personal fouls.
Her first, team first. Nice effort there by.
Oh, just a super elephant effort by Melanie Crowley, Steve. She got 3 rebounds there in a row. Just stayed in there, kept her body, and timed it in. She just did a super job, didn't she?
No,
I knew that's what she was going to say.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And the first one, she short irons it, and.
But I believe you're going to see a little bit more movement. You're going to see Melanie. Let's see. Well, Crowley, she's going to become more active, and I definitely think we're going to hear from Grant Kearney in this second half.
We're going to have to. We're going to have to hear from Grant Kearney. Well, let's see what the Scotties set up in here to slow down Miles a little. They're going man to man, and nobody even had her. So that tells you what.
No, somebody got lost in the shuffle or something. She was standing there wide open.
They're going to stay man-to-man as Allison's going to guard her. They got about 4 people on her that time, and that's going to be Crafton over the back. No good as Hood comes off there with it. Crafton, she did get over the back. There's no doubt about it because she cannot jump. As Stockton brings it up the floor for the Scotties, gives it over to Allison Vance. Allison Vance cross court to Heather Hood, back to the free throw line to Stockton, over in the corner to Crowley.
Excellent ball movement, Steve.
Excellent ball movement. Moving the ball. Everybody's moving, sliding their feet.
Just be patient.
Just be patient, that's right. And don't make turnovers. As number 35, she walked. Number 35 for the Lady Cougars, Sarah Higgins, intercepts a pass, runs it down the sideline, and ends up walking with it. And Mike Harris is not very happy. He's not a happy camper down there. So here we go. Hood penetrates back out to Crowley. Crowley in the lane to Kearney. Grant back out to Vance. Over to Heather Hood. She puts up about an 8-footer. It hangs on the iron forever. No good as Stockton comes out of there with it. Somebody's open. There's a man running down floor. No good. Puts up by Kearney as Crafton comes out of there with it.
What a very good shot selection that trip.
No, not at all. There's a walk right there by Mallory. As Mallory questions the call, and then she looks at her coach, and coach says, yeah, you did walk. Tell her to pass it instead of trying to bluff. So neither team connecting here. Bobby starting the second half, still 29-24 with 2 minutes gone here.
It'd been ideal time somebody put on a little spurt there, wouldn't it?
It would have. Heather Hood with a wide open jumper, passes it up, dribbles into about a 10-footer. Good. Heather Hood, 10-footer for the Lady Scotties who needed that basket, Bobby.
That's right.
29-26, the Lady Cougars over the Scotties here. That's almost a walk there. There's Miles again for another layup. And there's Mike Harris grabs somebody immediately off the bench. That's Amy Karen, and tells her exactly what they told him in the halftime.
Well, I'll tell you what, Misty Martin made a difficult pass, actually, and bounce pace into Miles.
Yep. There's a up and under move by Melanie Crowley. It was blocked by Crafton.
That's Martin with the ball right now. She's a hard worker.
Yeah, she is. There's Miles again, puts it up, no good, and that's Crafton over the back. That's about the 5th time she's done it, and that's the first she's been called. But Bobby, Miles had a wide open layup again.
Yep.
She finally missed one.
Her confidence probably just shaken immensely.
Yeah. As Crowley gets a seat, as Karen checks back into the game for the Lady Scotties, as a shot put up by Allison Vance. Not the shot that Mike Harris wanted. As Glasgow goes man-to-man, and there's a foul on Allison Vance, who's trying to deny Miles. That's a new wrinkle there. Make her hit free throws.
See what she can do there, right?
Yeah, really.
You know, they didn't go to the free throw line the first half.
Oh, Logan County did not?
Oh, that's a Roger. Yes, they did. My bad. Stephanie Haynes hit 1 out of 2. Oh, it's way there at the bottom of the page. That's so embarrassing. Not my bookkeeping.
So Mallory calls for the offense as Crafton gets it out of the 3-point line. I don't know why we do that. Miles puts it up and scores.
Her 26th point, incidentally. 4 points this half.
I think Mike needs to get a timeout, and he will.
Yeah, Heather turns around Hood and flashes the timeout signal. Yes, sir. They really need it. They need to talk some things over here.
Well, I tell you one thing, Bobby, is, he was talking about he was going to come out and press. And it's difficult to press an all-senior team. And Logan County's all seniors.
They are?
That's what Mike told me before the pregame. So they're starting 5 seniors. And it's difficult to press 5 seniors.
Yeah, let's go on this extended roster of theirs has 1 senior, of course, that being, as you said earlier, Allison Vance. Yeah, you can tell the experience, but they work their boards good. I'm not really impressed with them. They work hard, but now somebody, a swift, stronger. I wonder if they played Edmonson County. The big girl from Edmonson County. I'd like to see her put one of those, Melanie, what's her name, from Edmonson County that's
Denison.
All-State. Denison.
Well, I can't remember what her first name is, but it's Denison.
But I'd like to see her put a little move on, see what Denison do with it. She'd probably
swat
be
that
eating
stuff.
leather for about a week.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Denison is a strong
She
young
signed
lady.
with Western.
Yes,
too,
she
Bobby.
surely did. She signed early.
So here's Logan County as Glasgow steps back in the man-to-man. As Crafton, I would not go out there and get her at all. I would let her have the three-point shot all she wanted to. That's pretty good defense right there. That's real good defense. Stay behind her and just kept her hands up.
Yep.
Nice defense right there, Allison Vance. Glasgow needs to score here.
Badly.
Nice move by Grant Kearney. That's Crafton's second or third, Bobby?
Oh, you broke my concentration. Who was it? Crafton?
Kelly Crafton.
Well, you know me and my bookkeeping.
Well,
I got her with 2.
I take that back. They called, they did call that on Crafton. That's her second. So into the lineup is Cora Wells for Logan County, number 32, as Grant Kearney steps to the line for the Lady Scotties. And the first one's on its way, and it's good. Grant Kearney.
Grant had 5 points in the first half. She'll get untracked here just about any time right now, bud.
We need it.
That was a confidence builder, and here she's going to bury this one too.
Grant Kearney with her second one on the way, and it's a little hard. Comes off the back rim as Glasgow trails 27-33 with 3:40 left to go here in the third quarter. There's nice defense again by Allison Vance, and put back up and in by Martin as Allison Vance fouled her. Allison can't guard 2 people down there, Bobby. Somebody else is going to have to get down there.
That Misty Martin's her field goal. She works hard for rebounds and everything. She doesn't shoot terribly much.
No, she shot a few three-pointers there in the first half.
Did she?
Yeah.
From over here.
At the right baseline down here, and so Martin steps to the line for Logan County. That's not Allison Vance's fault. I guarantee you that. Somebody else has got to guard somebody down there besides Allison.
That was Allison's, incidentally, her 3rd personal foul.
That's Allison's 3rd personal, okay. A lot of contact going down there between Grant Kearney and somebody. I don't know who that is, but Grant's not taking up any room. She's not giving up any room in there. I guarantee you that. There she goes with that head down. She's going to take a layup. Good. Grant Kearney taking it strong to the rack.
That's her shot.
And here comes Glasgow with the press, and not everybody knows it was pressing. And here comes Miles with a wide open layup. Gives it off to Cora Wells. Blocked by Woodcock. Put back up and in by Allison. By Cora Wells, and that's going to be on Allison Vance, Bobby, and I think that's her 4th.
You got it, baby. That's her 4th one.
That's Allison Vance. That is on Allison Vance. Heather Hood checks in for Allison as they go smaller. As you can hear Mike Harris shouting out instructions from up here, and we got our headphones on, Bobby.
Well, Heather Hood, if you remember last year's stats, she led the team in rebounding.
Yes.
And she was a guard.
So Cora Wells completes a three-point play as it's 38-29. Lady Cougars over the Scotties as three-pointer by Heather Hood. Three-pointer.
Write it down, Bob.
Write it down, Bobby. Glasgow whoops on the press here, and they throw it away. Oh, Heather grabs the ball. Nice play by Heather Hood. She runs up the sideline, pops up about a 6-footer. No good, as she was fouled in there by Martin. Misty Martin picks up her foul as Heather go to the line for 2. Bobby, here they come.
38-32, babe.
38-32 with 2:33 left to go here in the third period. Good crowd on hand tonight, Bobby. By the way, we snuck that in.
Yes, it is an excellent crowd. It really is.
Lot more people here than I've seen all year, actually.
Except the Scotty Classic possibility.
Yeah, Scotty Classic. There was possibly a few more people here. As Heather Hood sinks the first free throw for the Lady Scotties.
Of course, we had 4 teams out here then.
She's got this one, Bobby. Go ahead and write this one down, baby. I'm not going to jinx
her.
I'm not going to jinx her. All right, here we go. Heather Hood second toss is good as Glasgow slaps a press on again.
Heather
Got to turn it up a notch here. As they break the press pretty easily and give it up to Miles. They slack off of her and give it up. Intercepted by Grant Kearney in there with some nice defense. Give it up, Grant. Give it up. Gives it up to Heather Hood. She's wide open for a three. No good. Comes off there. Woodcock grabs the rebound, gives it back to Heather Hood. Heather starts to go inside. Gives it in her. Feeds to Grant Kearney with a layup. No good. Misses it. Amy Karen falls down the floor for the ball. As they battle in there for it.
2-on-1.
2-on-1 as little Letitia Stockton sneaks up behind her and knocks it out of bounds. Letitia Stockton.
She says, I'm not going to let you gang up on any of my players.
No way.
2-on-1.
Little lightning.
Yeah, she surely is.
As Logan County puts it in play, 34-38. Logan County leads with 1:51 left to go here in this third period. Glasgow making a run here. It's Heather Hood fronting Higgins down low with some nice defense. As they rotate it around, as number 23, Mallory, puts up a shot that's no good, gives it up to Heather Hood as she wants to push it up the floor. She gets it up and gives it up to Stockton's going to set up the offense. Fire that. Gives it into Grant Kearney with a layup. No good. Grant's missed about 3 layups tonight.
She's deadly usually when she uses the glass on that little turnaround from about 3 or 4 feet. And I don't know whether she's forcing it a wee bit or not, but
she's drawing a lot
hasn't
of
been there for
contact.
her yet, has she?
She's drawing a lot of
she
contact,
is.
Bobby.
She's getting buffeted around in there somewhat.
So Woodcock puts it in play, and she's going to get it right back for the 3. No good.
You didn't say that
I
again,
didn't say that again, no.
Oh, man, I tell you.
There's Miles for the wide open layup. Blew it. Rebounded by Coral Wells. Put back up and in. Coral Wells. And that is driving Mike Harris absolutely insane down
well,
here,
Hood
Bobby.
got away with over the shoulder with a foul, too. So
Woodcock over to Stockton. Stockton over to Heather Hood. Heather Hood penetrates, gets it over to Woodcock. Fire that baby. Nice move into Grant Kearney. Puts up about a 6-footer. No good.
See,
Grant
they're
Kearney
going to
cannot
Grant.
buy one.
They're wanting her, and she's deadly underneath there.
She's getting frustrated.
They're just not falling for her yet.
She's getting frustrated. There's a lot of contact right there. As Miles puts it back up, no good. Amy Karen pulls off the board. She's going to take it the length of the floor and give it back up to Heather Hood. Heather in the lane. Good.
Yeah.
Heather Hood.
Big friendly bounce on that second
Nice
time.
friendly rim right there. Glasgow had the trap on but Logan broke it.
Scotty's down by 4.
Scotty's down by 4, 40-36 with 9 seconds left to go here in the third period. And I don't think Logan knows it.
No, they don't, because you got 1 second.
A 3-pointer at the buzzer by Higgins is no good.
And I think that she got a wake-up call. I don't think she knew it either until coaches were just really, really making a racket.
40-36. Glasgow makes a nice late run there, Bobby, at the end of that third period to cut it close, which Logan County at one time led by 9 points.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Led by 9 points in that quarter. And Glasgow nip and tuck away there to lead as we settle into old Bobo. Here's some third period statistics.
You want to know something about the third period? Glasgow came alive. They outscored the Cougars, the Lady Cougars, in that quarter. Leading the way was Heather Hood. She buried a 3-pointer. She had 2 from the free throw line, and she also had 2 baskets for 4 points. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Heather. That makes her a total of the evening after 3 quarters. After 24 minutes, Heather has got 24 points, does she not, my friend?
I think you need to add it again, Bobby.
Oh, wait, let's see. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
How about that?
Okay.
How about 19? Would you go 19?
Grant Kearney, she picked up 3 in that quarter. So the nemesis from Logan County, Roseanne Mills, only had 2 field goals that quarter, Steve. She had 6 the first quarter, and she had 6 the second quarter, but she fell off her point production for 2. And the Scotties making her shoot out the floor a little bit more.
They pushed her out, make her shoot 6 to 8 footers. Now they got 2 people packed in on her. When the ball goes to the reverse side, which is the weak side, there's a nice inlet pass right there to Cora Wells, and Heather Hood slaps that stuff and got about half of her elbow.
Yeah, she got called that time.
But she wasn't going to make the 3-point play. I guarantee you that. As Cora Wells steps to the free throw line. Bobby, she been there tonight, Cora Wells?
Cora Wells? Why, she surely has made 1 out of 2.
Okay. She steps to the line for Logan County. Is 40-36, just starting this 4th period. The first one's on its way and got it. NBN, baby, nothing but nylon.
Nylon, string music. Who say string music?
Dean, Joe Dean.
Joe Dean, AD for LSU.
Yeah. So Cora Wells completes the 2 free throws for Logan County as Glasgow runs it up the floor. Still facing the 2-3 zone by Logan County. Goes inside to Amy Karen. Nice up and under move by Amy Karen and misses the bunny. Rebounded by Miles in there as she gets it out to Cora Wells. Cora Wells is a big girl to be handling the ball, isn't she, Bobby?
She surely is. She really, really is.
Handles it well, though. Well, no jump ball as Heather Hood just jerks well and gets killed. And then Stockton picks it up and retrieves it and runs it back up the floor and gives it to Woodcock. Fire that 3, Woodcock. Gives it over Heather Hood. She's outside the 3-point line. Cross court to Woodcock. Get in there.
You rascal.
Yeah! 3. Ashley Woodcock.
You better close your eyes now because she's going to light it up.
42-39.
Leave her alone, she'll light it.
42-39. Logan County on top as Cora Wells puts it up and good for Logan County. Glasgow didn't get down the floor after they broke the press, Bobby.
She's got 9 points in this second half. Cora Wells has.
There's Heather Hood for
good.
3. Nope. There's Amy Karen with a reaching foul. That's Amy Karen, Bobby. How many is that on Amy?
That is her first one.
That's her first and the team's 5th. So Glasgow has 5 team fouls here in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes left, as Logan County only has 4. It's 44-39, Logan County on top, as Glasgow slaps the press on again, Bobby. They're going to get a turnover right here as Melanie Crowley blows a layup.
She found herself too far under. Tried to use the glass.
As Stockton over to Grant Kearney. Heather Hood runs through the lane there as they balance the floor. Down low to Crowley. Crowley back outside to Stockton. Stockton over to Woodcock. Woodcock over to Hood. Back to Woodcock. Fire that baby. Fire that baby. Good! Ashley Woodcock.
That's what I say, baby. You better watch out now. Ashley got the range.
44-42 as we making a game of this, Bobby. Glasgow in a 2-3 zone. Gives it over to Martin for a long 3. No good. Grant Kearney pulls the board off as Mike Harris says, slow it up.
Down by 2, Scotties.
Down by 2 with 5:24 left to go in this game. Glasgow works it around the perimeter of the zone into Grant Kearney. Grant Kearney gets away with a push, puts it up. Good!
That's what she can do all night long now.
Grant Kearney with a bucket as Glasgow comes with a press again as Logan breaks it pretty easily. Down low, end up Cora Wells as she's tomahawked down low, and that could be on 2 players, either Grant Kearney or Crowley, and I think it's going to be on Crowley. That's going to be their team 6th. Melanie Crowley, yeah, that was on Melanie Crowley. Melanie Crowley, and that's her, what, Bobby?
Well, wait just a
Melanie
minute.
Crowley.
That is her first.
Okay.
First personal foul. Of course, Vance picked up 4 quite a while ago, and has she been back in since she picked up her 4th?
No, she's not been back in since she picked up her 4th. As Cora Wells steps to the free throw line, she just hit 2 a while ago, and she clanks that one off the back rim. And she'll get another one as Glasgow needs to box out here.
Was that a El Brico?
That was from the Home Builders Society there. So Cora Wells steps up for a second toss, and it's good. 44-45. Logan County on top with 4:56 left to go here in this fourth period. Woodcock going to fire three. Good! Ashley Woodcock. She's El Fuego, and she gets the steal. And Heather Hood comes out of there with it. They're going to be called for walking. Her and Grant both got to the ball at the same time.
Yeah, a tie doesn't do very much good on that. They both hustling to get it, though. That's the main thing.
Ashley Woodcock is El Fuego, baby. She's El Fuego,
our director and camera operator, Bob Yarborough, back with us after being away for a little while. And
welcome back, Bob.
Can you speak Spanish, Bob?
Not me.
Oh, you don't know what, I mean, Steve took Spanish in high school.
No, I did not take Spanish.
All right, what does El Fuego mean? Tell him.
El Fuego means on fire.
On fire.
And I got that from my ESPN announcers, buddy.
Oh, no.
Bobby, I don't know about the Lady Scotties, but I'm pretty fired up.
Yeah, the Lady Scotties burned them up last night, Bowling Green, as they won 93-57. They really dominated, I mean, completely dominated the first three quarters. The last quarter, Coach Flatt and replacing
the
Mike.
retired Coach Flatt.
And so a lot of reserves got to play, but three Scotties in double figures. Grant Kearney with 28, Heather Hood with 19, Letitia Stockton with 18. Letitia had 8 field goals, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Heather Hood had 7 field goals, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. As I said earlier, Grant Kearney with 10 field goals and 5 of 9 free throws and 1 3-point field goal. And little Ashley Woodcock came in last night and bombed 2 3-pointers, Steve-O, and she ended up with 8 points, 2 of 3 from the free throw line with that.
She's hit 3 here with a matter of about a minute.
Yep. Well, what did I say when she hit that first one?
Yep, it was all over.
School's out, so y'all might as well go home.
Glasgow drops back into a 3-2 zone here against Logan County. They back, watch them. They're back, and they got somebody in front of her and behind her, Miles. And Miles is way outside the three-point line where you want her. As Martin fires up a 3, good.
Well,
Misty Martin fires up a 3 for Logan County as they jump back on top 48-47 with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in this fourth period. As Woodcock gives it up to Stockton, and Stockton over to Heather Hood. Heather Hood trying to direct traffic. As Kearney was down low, and she's going to get trapped in there. It gives it off to Heather Hood, about a 15-footer. Good! Heather Hood. Glasgow in a drop-in about three-quarter court now with a 1-2-2 zone press. As Cora Wells puts it up and in, as Logan County breaks that press pretty easy. 49-50, Logan County's on top.
Cora Wells got 12 points this last half. She didn't score in the first half. Of course, there's all the...
Grant Kearney gets hammered in there, no call. There you go. Grant gets her own board, puts it back up, and is fouled, and I have no idea who that's going to be on. 32, maybe. That may be Cora Wells. That could be her fourth, Bobby. No, I'm sorry. That foul is on number 25. Roseanne Miles.
Roseanne Miles. That's her second.
That's her second.
Roseanne, that's her third.
Her third, okay. And how's Grant done at the line tonight, Bobby?
Grant Kearney from the line. She is 2 of 4.
2 of 4 as Grant puts the first one on the way, and it's good.
That's when she wasn't El Fuego.
Yes. Grant Kearney sets herself for the next one. And she short arms it. That's going to be Heather Hood over the back. Not too bright of a foul. That'll take Logan County into the bonus for the remainder of the game, Bobby.
Yeah, but Heather, you can tell the expression on her face. She said, myself, that wasn't a very good idea. She just cringed because she knew exactly what she did. Very, very difficult when somebody's got possession to try to reach over. But natural instincts and a competitive spirit will make you do it sometime. And you just got to train yourself not to say, ooh, I can't do that.
So here goes Cora Wells back to the free throw line for Logan.
She's 4 out of
County.
5 from there.
She's 4 out of 5 from the line, as you heard old Bob O tell us. And she'll step for a 1 and a bonus. It's 50-50 with 3:29 left to go in this game. And the first one is good. Coral Wells' second free throw toss is no good. Comes off of there, over the back on Higgins. No call. Heather Hood couldn't get the board. Coral Wells puts it back up and in. Looked like somebody come over Heather's back there, Bobby. She had to look like she had good position, just couldn't get it down.
Coral Wells is turning into a nemesis this half.
53 to 50.
Ooh.
Grant Kearney gets it swatted out of there. As Mallory going to hold up and take some time off the clock. Nice defense right there by Melanie Crowley. She's going to lose the ball. Back out to Mallory. Mallory over to Misty Martin for three. Good.
Misty was unmolested over here. You let that young lady get set evidently, and she can drill it too.
Yeah.
But
that's 6 quick points right there.
Yeah, she was over here by herself as all the activity on the floor on the other side, and they kicked it to this wing over here, and she's done that. She hit one from straight away earlier, but I believe you got to stay in her face, don't you?
Yeah, I believe so. She's picked up.
Those 3-pointers can really make a surge, can't they?
That's 6 quick points there by Logan County just in a matter of about 15 seconds. As Glasgow got a good shot down here, Grant Kearney drove the lane, penetrated, just got her shot blocked.
And there on your left down there is the athletic director, Mr. Terry Flatt.
Yeah.
He directed the
Glasgow Scotty lady win last night.
Yes. I started saying massacre, but that didn't really sound nice.
No.
But it was, man.
It was.
93 to 57. Now, I cannot remember, and I've been around a couple of years, I cannot remember the lady basketball team of making that many points in one game.
I kept stats for the ladies there for a couple of years, and sheesh. I never kept that many stats. Well, I think we were lucky. That first year I kept it, I think we were lucky to score about 30.
I imagine your pencil got El Fuego.
El Fuego, it sure did.
Got very hot.
So here Glasgow puts it in play as Heather Hood penetrates about an 8-footer. Comes off of there as Higgins grabs a rebound for Logan County. Logan County, Bobby, they've subbed here, and they've got some big girls out there.
They have. But Higgins, that was just an uncontested rebound.
Yeah.
She just reached right up and pulled it right down from Alvaro Lonesome.
Yeah. So they're working around the perimeter. Woodcock almost come away with a
Ashley's
steal.
after the basketball.
She's all over the floor down there. So Logan County looking to take some time off the clock here, Bobby. As they get it in Miles, she's going to shoot about a 12-footer. No good. Rebounded by Coral Wells. Puts it up.
Heather across the back again, I do believe.
I believe it may be on Crowley. You think? I don't know.
I don't know.
You make the call.
34, yes.
Melanie Crowley.
You are so right.
Allison Vance checks back in for the ladies' Scotties. Glasgow just can't get a board. And moving Miles out of the paint, Bobby, has been the trick here in the second half, is it not?
Well, yeah, but then Carol Wells has gone in there, and from that forward over there, she's made 14 points here this last two quarters.
It's Coral Wells with a friendly kiss off the front iron there.
So we'll say 15 points she's got in this last half. Scoreless the first half.
As the Lady Cougars go up 58 to 50 here with a minute and 59 seconds left to go here in the game. Glasgow's going to have to do some quick shooting and some quick fouling. Woodcock, release rotation, splash.
4 in a row, without a miss.
Ashley Woodcock left somebody wide open, walked and got away with it. Put up Coral Wells.
Who else?
We can't trade 3 for 2s here, Bobby. It's getting too late in the game. Throws it away.
Yeah, don't need any turnovers this late.
Nope. Got to come get him. Go get her, Heather. Got to go get her. As Mike Harris tells them to come out and get him. Here's where we could get back in trouble with Miles again, Bobby. Going back man to man. They're going to work
I think they're just content. Yeah, they went to her. It's her bread and butter right there. That's the first point she's made. She only made 2 in the third quarter. And that's the first basket she's got this quarter.
Release, rotation, splash. Ashley Woodcock. Another 3. And yes, she still is El Fuego, Bobby.
Unless she has missed one unbeknowingly to me, she's hit 5 in a row. 5 in a row.
5 in a row, that is correct.
Is that not 15 points?
Hey, Bob, that's pretty good, buddy.
Isn't that brilliant? And it takes, just develop that shot. If you hit 5 2-pointers in a row, what have you got? 10 points.
Dang.
Isn't that?
You're over my head,
I definitely
Bobby.
I treat this game as a science.
You're way over my head, buddy.
No, really remarkable shooting for Ashley Woodcock. And like I said, she
was clanking her first 4.
Yeah, she didn't. She couldn't get one to go. But as you said, a good shooter. Sometimes you call them streak shooters and pure shooters. But if you're streaky, just stay with it, and they're going to fall for you. Man, 15 points in 1 quarter.
Gee whiz. So with 40 seconds here, it don't look good for the Lady Scotties, down 62-56. And you can't allow any time to run off the clock whatsoever here, Bobby. You've got to hack the first person. You got to hack the first person that gets it. And
don't hack Carol Wells.
And hope that Ashley can keep nailing some threes. She come over the inbounds line, looked like got a fouler. Boy, Bobby, that was close. Did you see that, Bobby?
No, I didn't. I was looking down here heading up this thing here because what happened? What happened, Steve? Down the baseline down there.
Misty Martin was putting it in play for Logan County, and I almost stepped in bounds and just handed it to Mallory. And she looked like she come over the line, but she got rid of the ball first.
How to do that?
So Mallory, the free throw line for Logan County, no good, and Miles grabs a rebound. Are you kidding me?
So Heather picks up her 4th personal foul as she fouls Martin.
Martin looks at her awful hateful. What can you expect? With 32 seconds left to go in the game, you're going to get hacked if you're going to hold on to it.
That's true.
If we got to get a rebound here, got to have a board. If we make a miss, we got to have a board. Martin's first one's good.
And she made all of her points this last half, and she's looking for her 10th one.
Good. Glasgow put it in play. 32 seconds left to go. Down 64-56. Get it to Woodcock. Release. Rotation. No good. She finally misses one, Bobby. Hey, you can't fault that. Let her shoot.
Here in this 4th quarter, 5 out of 6, Rico Patinio.
Yeah, for real.
Raise his eyebrows over that, would he not?
Yeah, I guarantee you. So, Bobby, I think that'll just about do it for the Lady Scotties here with 21 seconds left to go in this game, down 64-56. As Mallory steps to the free throw line, and she misses her first one, and Heather Hood grabs the board. She's going to push it down the right-hand side, pull up for the 3. No, nice pass into Grant Kearney. Good. 13 seconds. They have no way to stop the clock. As 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll just about do it. As the ball game's over, and Logan County Lady Cougars win 64-56. Bobby, Glasgow didn't look too sharp tonight.
No, they definitely struggled that first 16 minutes, Steve. They really did. They seemed like they got it together. They came back with a good, strong 3rd quarter, and then came alive in this 4th quarter somewhat near the end. But it wasn't one of their better. They had to be tired. Man, they played last night. You remember that now?
Yeah.
There was just a single game last night as the Lady Scotties played last night. So They bound to be a little leg weary
Yeah.
because they're not really that deep. They go about 6'7" consistently, and that's not too terribly deep on a bench
No,
for
not at
for
all.
consistency. Oh, I might ought to mention also, Steve, tonight is homecoming night.
Sure
here
is,
in
Bobby.
Barron County. Now, what's interesting about this, Steve, is this is the first time ever that they've ever had a basketball homecoming.
This is true.
You know, Barron County carries tradition over because back in the many years back in my day, the county schools didn't play football until they came with a 6-man football that eventually went into 8-man football, which went into 11-man football. But they used to have basketball and no other sport as far as a fall sport. So they started doing the homecoming queen. They still do it. Incidentally, it's Barron County's homecoming queen, homecoming night down there tonight also.
Yeah.
But Steve, we have some candidates, and when are they going to be? They're going to be awarded at halftime of the boys' game.
Correct.
Okay, listen,
I take that back, Bobby. I think they're going to be awarded here at the break.
Well, let's give the freshman class real quickly, and sophomore, junior class, and senior class, if that be the case.
Okay.
For the freshman class, Susie High, Ann Thomas Davenport, Ellie Vance, and LaShanna Shannon. The sophomore class, the candidates are Julie Wimpy, Bethy Deckard, Melanie Crowley, and Elaine Patterson. The junior class candidates are Kelly Hughes, Heather Hood, Natalie Kilburn, Desonda Stockton. Senior class, the candidates are Beth Johnson, Allison Vance, Emmy Witcher, and Natalie Elliott.
A few lady Scotties on there, isn't it,
Yes,
Bobby?
there is. I noticed that. So, Steve, I tell you what, let's sort of slip away here just for a few seconds, and we've got to get some rosters for this boys' game. And we have a doubleheader tonight, and again, the first homecoming, and it's going to be in the year 1995 here at Glasgow High School. So, stay close.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
By
So there you have it, the 1995 basketball homecoming queen, Emmy Witcher. Emmy is from the senior class here at Glasgow High School. The first ever, Steve, the first ever homecoming basketball queen.
And Emmy, I've known Emmy a long time. We go to church together, and I'm excited for her. And she's going to be down in history here at Glasgow High School as the first ever Glasgow homecoming queen at the Glasgow Games. Glasgow basketball, that is. Football has been going on a long time, Bobby, but this is the first ever basketball, as you noted earlier.
Been going on for, this is the last year, this is the 76th year of Glasgow football. So basketball, probably about pretty close to the same number of years, don't you imagine? And I don't know, there's always, ever since I was an infant, which not been that long.
Golly.
It's been
that was
way.
more than 50 years ago, 70 years ago, I can guarantee you that.
We want to take a special, we would like to always thank the school administration for allowing us to be part of Scotties Sports. And first of all, we'd like to extend our appreciation to the superintendent of schools, Dr. Dwayne Tennant, principal here at Glasgow High School, a mighty fine gentleman I talked to before the game, Mr. Jimmy Nelson, assistant principal Charles Turner, athletic director Mr. Terry Flett, and the cheerleading coach here at Glasgow High School is Laurie Seabold. And of course, we always like to thank Mike Harris and Becky Kingery, the lady Scotties and Donnie Owens and Randy Wilkerson, the men's coaches, along with Bobby Duval. See Bobby down there a lot, for extending us all the courtesies that we really appreciate. And across the way, you hear the Scotty Band as Mr. Keith Vincent. I don't know whether that's his A, B, or C band, but they split them up into youngsters, and they come out and play. It's not the complete marching Scotty band. It's just a group that more or less a little pep band, and they just do a magnificent job and really add a lot of color to the ball game, Steve. Reckon we ought to move into the starting lineups while we got time up, my friend, because sometimes we get rather pressed when it comes to time.
Sure, Bobby.
You want to give the visiting Logan County Cougars.
I think I can handle that, old Bobo. Logan County 5-6 on the season. Took one on the head last week earlier in the week from Greenwood, which a lot of people took one on the noggin from Greenwood this year.
May I interject just a little note there?
And their head coach.
Wait, King's X. Did you see not my X I put up here? King's X. That means it's King's X. Stop.
Okay.
Greenwood. Saw an AP poll Tuesday. They were rated number 1 in the AP poll.
They'll move up in the coaches poll also this week. They were 4th, but Mayo got beat last night.
That would be the UP poll.
UP, yeah.
Coaches poll. AP is your sports writers and announcers.
Associated Press,
yes.
Right.
And that's usually, oddly enough, in the Licking House ratings, they were down around number 5. Right. I didn't,
Right. They'll move up this week because the number 1 team in the state lost. That was Louisville Mail. And they lost this week, so they will.
Well, the Ballard, of course, that's been around up there 1, 2, also 1 and 2. But Greenwood getting recognition they so deserve. And, buddy, I tell you, when you play that basketball team, you're playing a junior college team. I'm sorry I bothered you, Steve-O, but, you know, my rather short attention span. I just wanted to get that in there, my friend.
I understand. You going to undo your King's X there, Bobby?
Yeah, it's undone.
Okay.
It's undone. King's X.
Okay, the Logan County Cougars head coach Chris Souter. They're 5-6, like I said, on the year. Coming into the game tonight, they'll be starting at 1 guard, Tim Ward. He's number 10. At the other guard will be Mike Williams, number 24. At forward for the Cougars will be David Reed, number 3. Josh Wilford will be the other forward, number 34. And the big man in the middle, Adonis Hart, number 54. And Bobby, that'll take care of the starting lineups for the Cougars of Logan County.
Adonis Hart.
I like that name.
That guy just sounds big.
I like that name.
Okay, for the homestanding Glasgow Scotties with a record of 3 wins and 8 losses, As I said earlier, their coaches are Donnie Owens, Randy Wilkerson, and Bobby Duval. They will be starting 3 guards tonight, and this is brought about by the recent departure of one of the leading scorers and rebounders and etc. for the Scotties, Marcus Brewer. He was a junior. He was a forward, stood 6'1", and he opted to go to Hart County to play his basketball.
But he can't play this year. He'll forego his junior year and play his senior year at Hart County. You can't transfer and play your junior year.
Thank you, Steve. And that was sort of a shock to everybody. I mean, no clues there. But anyway, so the already thin Scotty roster is even thinner. So we'll be starting 3 guards tonight, and they are Chris Clay will be starting tonight. Chris Clay wears number 20. He's a 5'10" sophomore. Number 22 at a guard, Rod Thornton, 5'9" junior. At a guard, number 14, the only senior on this basketball team, Andy Fault. Andy stands 5'9", and he will complete the 3-guard, the trio there. And at center, Michael Moore, wearing number 44. Michael stands 6'6", and he is a junior. At the forward, Nick Pointer, wears number 30, stands 6'1" tall, and he's a junior. And sometimes I keep looking at Michael Moore's stats here, not stats, but in the program, 6'6" junior. Steve, do you believe Michael plays like he's 6'6" at times, but he's not quite that tall of a young man, is he?
No, he's more around 6'2" or 6'3", Bobby, than he is 6'6". He's not 6'6".
What are you, 6?
Maybe 6'4". That's stretching it, 6'4".
How tall are you?
I'm 6'6". You think he's as tall as I am? I don't think he's as tall as I am.
No, I don't think he's as tall as you are. Incidentally, for Telescripts Cable Company, it's a pleasure to be with you this evening. Hope you enjoyed the basketball game. I'm Bobby Biggers alongside Steve Estes and our director and camera operator, Bob Yarborough. Bob, have you got any comments? You haven't been to a high school basketball game this year. Bob's been fighting a little illness and has got that whipped. And then, of course, he's the manager of J.C. Penney store up on the square in Glasgow, and came through a very busy Christmas. Bob stays up that store. I think sometime he lives up there. But how's it feel to be at a high school basketball game, Bobo?
It's good to be back, Bobby. After about a year away, it's good to be back to give you a little poke every now and then. And we're glad to have Steve. He's doing an excellent job.
Yeah, quite
Welcome
an
back,
asset.
Bob.
Telescripts Cable Company when Steve joined us. Of course, we have another crew down at Barron County High School tonight. It's their homecoming down there as they play Franklin Simpson. And we have Scott Yarborough down there. Scott Chapman.
Wait till Scott hears this,
and
baby.
David Peters and David Spears down there covering that basketball game. We're going to try to go with 2 television teams and bring you all the local sports, all the Glasgow home games, and all the Barron County games. So hopefully that will continue to happen. So we'll just wait and see. Hopefully we can do that, Steve-O.
That's right. We would like to wish old Bob there, Bob Yarborough, our warmest of welcomes back. Glad to have him back.
Yeah.
First time working with him. I met him a couple of times last year, and he's a super guy. Glad to have you back, Bob.
He's quite a gentleman. He's, like he says, he treats me rather badly at times. I will have to say this because he does.
As Bob shows you the crowd there, we do have a nice crowd on hand tonight.
Well,
Bobby,
let me elaborate. You should say, what does he do to you, Bobby?
Oh, okay. I'm
I had some red man sticking out of my hip pocket one night over at Calvert. We did a ball game over there. He took it and threw it in a wastebasket over there, right on the football field. We won't talk about that nasty
You
stuff.
needed that, though, Bobby. You don't need
it.
that nasty
He
stuff anyway.
He was taking care of me. Now, what did you say, Steve? I so rudely interrupted you.
Bob was showing us the crowd over tonight. It's a nice crowd here tonight for Glasgow. They've pretty much packed the stands here tonight for homecoming.
Yeah, Bob. Yarborough, let me call your attention to Emmy Witcher down here on the below the scoreboard down here. She was posing for pictures. Well, you probably can't get around. She just posed for the photographers, and she just now left. So I just now saw her leave. So the undermanned Glasgow Scotties playing a large, and they look. We don't have their heights, do we, Steve?
No,
they're
that's
rather physical basketball team.
Yeah, that's Josh Wilford is who you're looking at down there, Bobby, number 34, and he is 6'6". I guarantee you he's every bit of 6'6". And the kid at the free throw line for Logan County right there, that's, if I don't know. This is strictly a guess
That
now,
looks
Bobby.
like Adonis to
This
me.
looks like Adonis.
It does. He's
It looks
tall.
like Adonis. He's that's number. If that's number 54, that's Adonis Hart. He'll be the center tonight for Logan County. He's a big kid.
So let's talk just a few minutes about Coach Donnie Owens Scotties. We'll probably be seeing early in the ball game Buster Grider. He's a nice-looking young man, got a lot of athletic ability. He's a youngster. He's a sophomore. Hadn't seen a whole lot of playing time, but we look for him to see a lot more action. We will definitely see him tonight. He's number 50.
Yeah,
number 50, Buster Grider.
He's definitely going to get some time tonight, Bobby. They look huge. They're absolutely huge, and we're going to need him on the board.
Yeah, Buster's rather physical. He's a youngster, as I said, needs a little playing time.
Yeah.
And all these Scotties are all sophomores. You're going to be seeing a lot of sophomores and a sprinkling of juniors playing tonight.
Yeah.
So more people you're
freshmen.
going to be seeing. Yes, sir. Freshman in there also. John Gardner. He'll be wearing number 10. He's a 5'9" sophomore. Little J.R. Wade down there you may pick up. He's number 32. I think that's him shooting right now. He's a freshman. He's all of 5'7", but I mean a battler. And as we mentioned, Chris Clay, of course, he's a starter tonight. Will Whiteside, number 34, is a freshman. He stands 5'11". Number 12, you'll be seeing some Chad Settle. Chad is a 5'11" junior. Grant Landrum will get in the ball game probably, 5'11" freshman. He wears number 40. And you'll be seeing some of those youngsters in there tonight as Coach Donnie Owens tries to give some of his starters breathers, and they play a very aggressive running game normally. A lot of traps, presses, and half court, mid court. They play aggressive defense, don't they, Steve?
Yeah. And you're going to see, Bobby, tonight where this is a case where some of these starters for Glasgow, after losing Brewer, they're going to have to step up big time. I mean, big time. Brewer, he was a great offensive and defensive rebounder and could leap real good. So you have to see Thornton and Fault and especially Nick Pointer and you're going to see Nick Pointer. He's got to step up, Bobby. You got Nick and Michael Moore. They've got to step up in their point production. Their point production hadn't been much, even though Pointer down there the other night at Allen County had 18.
Yeah.
He stepped it up, and that's what they've got to do tonight here if they're going to have a shot, Bobby. We're going to get a good look at a Logan County basketball team.
They're going to have to concentrate on getting position and working those backboards too, my friend.
I guarantee
as you said, Brewer was a leaper. Okay, we'll try to pick up the PA announcer. That is Marty Meacham. And so we'll listen to Marty as she gives the starting lineup first, of course, for the visitors, the Logan County Cougars.
Bobby, looks like Donnie Owens decided to go with Buster instead of Chris Clay tonight.
Okie doke. Thank you, Steve. He was very undecided as I talked to him earlier because the halftime activities. Buster
No, I take that back. They're changing down there now, Bobby. I don't know about you, but they're confusing the heck out of me. You got players running back and forth to the bench.
Yeah, we're going to go with the route we gave you.
Yeah.
we'll be seeing Thornton, Fault, and Clay at guards, Moore at center, and Nick Pointer at forward.
Yep. We were right.
All right, the national anthem being played by the Glasgow High School Scotty Band.
And as usual, the Glasgow Scotty Band puts on another beautiful rendition of the national anthem, Bobby.
They surely do, Steve. They're quite an asset. Play all the Scotty home games, and Mr. Keith Vincent over there, the band director, right at there in front, working like all get out. A mighty fine gentleman. Done a wonderful job with that Glasgow Scotty marching band. Okay, standing in, Michael Moore will be squaring off against Josh Wilford, number 34 out there. And if Michael Moore's 6'6", Josh Wilford's bound to be 7'1". And there's the toss tap controlled by the Cougars into the hands of Ward. Tim Ward. He's been fronted by Clay as the Scotties set up in a 2-1-2 zone, or a 2-3 as the Williams directs a little traffic. Try to bounce it in the middle, intended for Wilford, kicked out of bounds. So it will be Cougars basketball.
Fault just booted that one up in the stands.
Standing out underneath his own basket will be Mike Williams, number 24. Mike kicks it in to Wilford. Wilford out front to Ward. Ward circles, goes over to the corner to Williams, back out front. Reed, David Reed holding the ball up. As they work the perimeter, looking into the Scotty zone. Wilford holds his hand up. He wants the basketball, but they're being patient. They penetrate a little bit, kick it back out to the wing to Reed. Reed reverses, gives over to Ward. Over the wing, into the middle to Wilford. Shot up, yes. Josh Wilford. Michael Moore comes across the timeline to Andy Fault in the corner. Andy shot up, no, hits or kicks off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded in there by Williams for Logan. Over in the corner to Reed. Reed goes in low, kicked off to the open Wilford.
Nice pass.
A nice assist. So quickly, Logan 4, Glasgow nothing. Scotties with the basketball. Fault wants the baseline. It's denied, and pass intended, and it goes sailing out of bounds for Thornton as it was deflected off of a Cougar. Rod will be standing out front court far side and inbounds to Nick Pointer. Back to Thornton. Thornton. Logan into a man defense as Pointer handles. Pointer says, you leave me open, I'll just try it. And it rims around and comes out no good, and rebounded by Williams for Logan. Logan still on his dribble. Reverses. Bounce pass to Reed in the corner. As they work the perimeter. Ward looking in. Goes into Wilford. Wilford tried to get it off to the baseline. Deflected. Taken by Thornton. Over to Clay. Chris into Moore. Moore goes up, and Wilford goes up to block it. Gets the body on him. Going to be a personal foul against big Josh Wilford.
He's huge. He's a big old boy. Michael threw that body into him, and there was nothing left he could do to foul him. So Michael Moore at the line for the Scotties here.
That Wilford, he's getting the weight room, and he's going to be something else, isn't he?
I tell you.
Michael Moore puts the Scotties on the scoreboard, down 4-1 to Logan County. Michael's second toss up, and good. 4-2, Logan with the lead, and the basketball is coming across and drawing a lot of attention. Reed, wide open, Adonis Hart, that is. Fought with it, waiting for his backcourt to get across. Thornton. 6-2, Logan County. Scotties with the basketball in their home white as Pointer to Moore. Moore looks in, can't find much inside. Moore comes over to the corner to Thornton. Thornton tries to paint, kicks it out. He centers Pointer. Thornton facing up against Reed, drives around Reed, drives down, good dish off, up and in by Nick Pointer. 6-4, Logan with the basketball. Reed lobs it over to Adonis, and Adonis Hart puts it in.
No basket, charge. Nick Pointer, nice defense right there. I don't know, that's a questionable call. I think he was underneath the basket and took the charge when he come down. But nevertheless, we'll take it, Bobby.
Yeah, Moore and takes a pretty gutsy person. Michael Moore is good at doing that also.
Yeah.
Have a whistle going to be Scotty's basketball as Thornton's going to be handling, going to be looking in full court pressure as he bounce passes into Pointer. He's quickly double teamed, but gets it over to Thornton. Thornton's going to be picked up by a couple. Pointer, sort of a lazy pass. That was a dangerous pass as Thornton handles that away. Reed faces up with him. Pointer looking, holding the ball over his head. Thornton left open momentarily and shot no good. Rebounded by Michael Moore, takes the baseline, has it blocked. Pointer there with a rebound, and we have
Glasgow ball.
Scotty basketball.
Jump ball.
Was that a jump?
Yeah, jump ball.
So the arrow favors Glasgow. Glasgow down by 2. We played just almost halfway at the midpoint of this first quarter. Rod Thornton from the corner. Yes, Rod Thornton.
Yes, sir, Rod.
Puts the Scotties ahead by 1, 7-6. Scotty half-court pressure. Goes over to the big man, Wilford, in the corner, all the way over to the little Reed. Williams puts a move, stops, pops, got it. Mike Williams.
David Reed, I believe, Bobby.
Okay, Reed.
No, I'm sorry. You're
Mike
right.
Williams.
Mike, I apologize. Hey, that's okay.
I have enough trouble, Steve. With that. Oh, man. So we have a personal foul committed against Reed. First, let's see. They picked up 3 team fouls. Scotty's yet to pick up a team foul as Michael Moore handles. Gives to Pointer. Pointer to Clay. Clay, nice little bounce pass to Thornton. Thornton brings it out. Pointer down low. Shot up, but Clay no good, or Thornton won. I was watching the action underneath. Ward with it. Williams into Wilford. Yes, Josh Wilford. He's a presence in that middle, and that's the way you can whip the ball around and go in, Steve. And sort of a zone buster. Thornton in a hurry, spots Clay. Clay puts a fake on him, goes up with a nice little soft jumper from the baseline for 2 points. 10-9, Logan by 1. Full court pressure, Scotties. As Reed's in trouble, he's double teamed, needs some help. He lobs it over here to Hart. Hart throwing it to a wide open Wilford, and Wilford puts it away. 12-9.
Logan has not missed a shot, Bobby.
They haven't?
6 for 6.
Oh, hush your mouth. 6 for 6. Fault handles in the corner. Pointer left open. He can make you pay for it, and he does with a 3. A trifecta for the junior Nick Pointer. Puts this game in a knotted situation, 12-12. Clock moving with 2:52 on it. Reed surveying the 2-3 zone of the Scotties. Williams takes one. Shot no good, and going up and slapping it out of bounds was Tim Ward for Logan County. Number 10 coming in is John Gardner. John's a 5'9" sophomore. Number 10, Gardner, is going to relieve Rod Thornton. So we've got sophomores every place.
Yeah.
As Clay goes over to Gardner. Fault handles. Back out to Gardner.
I honestly don't believe Rod's going to be able to sit on the bench long.
Bounce pass into Pointer. Nice little inlet pass, but ball's taken away by Hart of Logan County. Clock showing 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Still tied, 12-12. And Holford Wilford changes that. As he puts his team up by 2.
They have.
How many points he got?
He's got 10.
Pointer takes the paint, dishes it off at the last moment to Moore. Moore, a nice little fake, puts it up too hard. Hart with the rebound. Quickly to Williams. A change of pace. Wilson bounces it over to Ord. Williams handles out front. Reed open on the wing. As they're patient, trying the long one was Ward. Shot no good. Rebounded, yes, by Wilford. Puts it up and in. A run out. Pass intended for Clay. Going to be stolen by Reed. David Reed. He kissed that off the little magic window there.
Yeah.
Steve.
Just a little too hard.
Lob in, intended for Hart. He can't get the handle on it, and it sails out of bounds. It'll be Scotty's basketball to bring the length of the floor. As Gardner inbounds it to Clay, back to Gardner. Pointer finds help in Gardner to Clay. Clay penetrates. Left-handed shot up, no good. Williams with it. 2-on-1. Tried to bounce the pace, but it was deflected. Trying to one from deep was Reed. Clay.
Good idea. Good job.
Clay didn't make a stab for it because it knew it was off of Holford, so he just Wilford, and he just sort of blocked him out, didn't he, Steve?
Yeah.
And watched it go out of bounds. Scotty's basketball.
This Big Buster comes in for Scotties, and Rod Thornton checks back in for the Scotties also, Bobby.
Okay, Buster Grider, number 50. He's a sophomore, 6'2½", number 50. And as Steve said, Rod Thornton, number 22, in for the Scotties. Gardner still in there, number 10 for the Scotties. All right, here we go. Thornton over to Fault in the corner. Back across court, a high pass. Gardner collars it. Thornton tests the waters in the middle, puts it up.
Good.
And got it. And he's going to count. Yes, sir. Rod Thornton, the little 5'9" junior. Okay, the personal foul was on number who and what? Stratton, number 30?
Number 30, that's correct, Bobby.
Okay, Thornton's first one up, and he's got it. So a three-point play by Rod Thornton. Scotty's hustling to get back and set up in their zone.
So going to play out for the last shot here.
Yeah, Reed.
16-15.
Reed had it on his hip, and he throws it over to Ward, and he sort of cradles it. He's watching the clock, and he's looking at 13 seconds.
At Wilford for...
He sees 9 seconds. He's looking at 7. He's looking at 4 seconds as shot put up Ward. No good. Scotty's to Fault at the buzzer. No.
Wouldn't have counted anyway. That's no shot.
Yep. So after 8 minutes of basketball, after completion of the first quarter, Scotty's down by 1 point. 16-15 to the visiting Logan County Cougars.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Very good crowd on hand tonight. The student body over here to our left is where a lot of the students sit underneath that Glasgow Scotty State Champs banner up there in 1967-68. You were just a very small little tiny child then, weren't you?
I was just born, actually, in 67.
So Male High School came down here for Louisville.
You were about
Flagey
20.
came down here.
You was about, what, 30 back then?
Pretty close to it. I was president of the quarterback club that year.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you got, Steve? What do you
Okay.
got? We talked too much.
Rod Thornton with 6 points in the quarter. Andy Fott failed to score. Michael Moore with 2. Nick Pointer with 5 on a 3-pointer. And John Gardner with, I'm sorry, not John Gardner. Chris Clay with 2 for Logan County. They were led in scoring by Wilford, who had 12 in the corner. Adonis Hart with 2 and Mike Williams with 2. Bobby?
Okie doke. Thank you, Steve-O, as goes into Wilford. Wilford back out, driving as he took the baseline. Said, I want it, and he got it. It's Tim Ward. Good move by Ward right down the baseline and put it in for 2 points as Fault handles in the corner. Gardner. Thornton dead away deep. Andy Fault open for a 3. Drew all air.
Michael Moore pushed somebody plumb out of bounds. That's Glasgow's first team foul. That's all right, though. Michael's fighting in there for the rebound. He just run that boy plumb up in the stands.
No, there wasn't a rebound. It went out of bounds, though,
I know
didn't it, Steve? But he was in position, didn't he?
He had
was working
position. If
hard
it had come
for it.
off the boards, he'd have had it.
Boy, when you're oversized, I mean, you got to work. I mean, it's bound to be exhausted pushing people around with their body trying to get position.
I wouldn't know about being oversized, but some people would. You know, I understand.
Overweight. Wilford shot up no good. Gets his own rebound. Powers it up. No, not there. Pulled away by Michael Moore, having trouble keeping his pivot, but he does it beautifully as he leaves it with Thornton. Thornton on his dribble. Slows it down over here to Gardner. Gardner in the middle to Grider. Grider kicks it back out top of the key quickly to Fault. Fault. Hands to Thornton. Rod, yes. Rod Thornton for his second rainbow. 18-18. We have a tie basketball game. We have 6 minutes and 34 seconds left in the second period. The Scotties still in their zone. Williams open momentarily, had a notion, but gets it up instead to Reed. Reed back to Williams. Williams goes into the Wilford. Wilford kicks it out to the wing to Reed. Ward, and Ward buries it. 21-18. Ball taken away on a good effort by Ward as he dishes back and forth and goes Ward with it, puts it up no good. That was a good hustling play by Mr. Timmy Ward there.
It sure was.
Logan.
Thought Glasgow was making a run. Logan County had missed, was 1 for the last 7 shots, and all of a sudden this Tim Ward here has hit the last 2 buckets for Logan County and fired them right back out ahead.
He's a fiery little youngster. He's at the free throw line now. Lays him down about 3 dribbles and picks it up, and there's the first toss up, all net.
It's Logan County's first free throw of the game, Bobby.
Ward readies for his second toss, lifts it up, and he's got it also. 23-18. Logan, Scotties with the basketball. 6 minutes left in this first half. As Thornton penetrates, stops, pops, shot, no good, and going up and getting a big defensive rebound was Adonis Hart, but he was a little off balance, going to be called for travel. And it'll be Scotties basketball underneath their own basket as Thornton's going to go out.
Donnie Owens really upset about that last play with Gardner bringing it down. The boy was riding him all the way down the floor and no call. Bobby was up. Donnie Owens is really upset. Nick Pointer walked.
Yeah.
Nick's got no business down there. He needs to get outside the three-point. He's not going to do anything against a guy 6'6" leaning up against him. He's not going to do nothing down there. He needs to stand outside that three-point line, pull him out, make him come out there and play him out there. That's his land out there.
Well, Nick's one of our tall trees, though.
Yeah, well.
6'1".
Like I said, Williams
buries it from long range for 3 points. 26-18. Scotties need to get on the needs to get on the scoreboard this possession. He's fouled out as he started his drive down the lane.
3, David Reed. That's his second, Bobby.
Second personal foul. Team fouls. Logan County 5, Glasgow 2 as Pointer looking for somebody. Takes the baseline, cut off. Bounce pass and a Buster Grider. Buster shot no good as Wilford claims it for Logan. Leaves it with Reed. Reed, no hurry. As he looks into that Scotty zone, he's sort of giving a few instructions out there and hands it off to Ward. to the wing, back out dead away. They look inside constantly to Wilford and Wilford and Adonis Hart. Hart in there now. Wilford out high, Hart low. High post to Wilford. Wilford, good move. Takes it right to the hole and puts it in.
Got away with a hook, though, Bobby. Run that arm around Buster Grider right there, and that's what Coach Owens wanted, but he didn't get it.
It sort of puts the brakes on you when you get hooked like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's no way you can move. That's just that's why it's a foul. That's Ward. That's foul on Tim Ward. That's his first, Bobby. That's team 6. So the next foul will put Logan County or put Scotties into the bonus for the remainder of the half.
Okay, here's with Thornton. Thornton with the basketball. Looks in for Grider. Now he's motioning. Still looking. Gives it to Pointer. Pointer looks low. Buster comes out high. Gives it to Thornton, left side. Takes it. Dishes it off last minute to Gardner. Gardner over to Clay. Clay stops, fires. Air ball. And why Adonis went for that one, I'll never know.
I don't know.
But he tried to kick it back in bounds, and it would have been the Cougars basketball. Goes into Wilford. Wilford dumps it off on a good feed to Adonis Hart for 2 points. Scotties wisely called a timeout here after falling behind 30-18 to Logan County with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. What do you think, Steve-O? What is Coach Owens telling his young men down there right now?
To grow.
Get you a couple of inches as quick as you can.
That's what he's telling them. No, I don't know. Bobby, I tell you, it's it's bad. It's just nothing you can really do. They've got us outsized. Per player, probably 2 or 3 inches per player. That's guards included, and when you get down to the forwards, they've got us outsized probably 5 to 6 inches. So
I haven't seen Logan County play that much. Bob Yarborough sitting over here beside me. Bob and I started about the same time when we started these mobile production team and doing ball games and everything. How long we've been with them, Bob? Ever since it started, about 4 years, going on 5 years. But first time Bob and I worked together, we went to Danville, Kentucky to call a game over there. Scots with Danville and Glasgow Scotties playing over there. Danville's #1 in the state that year. Glasgow almost beat them, didn't they, Bob? They had that Reed boy, that Donnie Red, that played for UK. And that was a long trip. Thornton handles. But we also, when I look at Logan County, Nick Pointer shot up. No, hits the lip of the rim, comes off, gets his own rebound. Good move underneath by Pointer, but wouldn't stay down for him. And Hart rebounds it for Logan. Bob and I went down, and about a couple of other guys from Telescripts, and did a Logan County game, and it snowed that night, didn't it, Bob? Came out, start the van. The old van wouldn't start. About 12 o'clock down around Russellville, Kentucky. Oh, as Williford drives the baseline, and Buster Grider, I do believe, got a hand on him.
Got a lot of ball, too.
Yeah, he got a bunch of basketball. He had a lot of leather that time. But that was a lonesome night, wasn't it, Bobo?
It was a lonesome night, but there were some helpful folks down there to help us out.
Yeah, the janitors. They done locked the building up. We was there with the janitors.
That's right. You missed it.
First attempt, no good, as Josh Williford towing the line, lifts his second free throw up, rattles, and falls for him. Buster Grider coming out, and Michael Moore back in. 31-18. Just under 3 minutes. As Fault handles. Over to Pointer. Looking in for Michael Moore. Bouncing into Michael Moore. And Michael goes up, and a lot of traffic. And wow, when they pack in there.
Yeah.
Adonis Hart claims it for the Cougars. Clay going to be picking up Ward at midcourt as he comes across. Nice little bounce pass into Hart. Back out to Ward. We're left open momentarily. Williams. No. And Nick Pointer with a big defensive rebound. Quickly to Fault. Ball deflected on the pass intended for Clay. Clay eyeball to eyeball with Williams. He's picked off by Wilford. Fault with a steal. Fault. A beautiful spin move, and Porter picks up the missed shot, picks it off the board, and is going to be fouled.
Dang, I thought he could have called 3 fouls right there, Bobby.
Yeah. Porter trailing. And Nick's going to go to the charity stripe. Nick Porter, we have a bonus situation here, a 1-and-1. No, that was a shooting violation, so he'll automatically get 2. But the Scotties are in a bonus situation, are they not, Steve?
That is correct, Bobo.
Second shot up by Nick Porter, good, and it's Scotties score. They get off that 18 mark, and they go to 19
Finally.
now. Finally.
It's only our 4th point in the second quarter.
Fault goes, tries to make the block, no good. Thornton with a rebound in a hurry. Sees Fault, beautiful pass from Thornton to Andy Fault off the glass for 2 points.
Andy Fault, what a play. That's his first 2 of the game. What a hard way to get him.
Scotties 10 points down, 31-21. There are 1 minute 29 seconds. Tim Ward needs a little help. Wilford comes way out high. Hart down low, Wilford out high as Wilford goes over to the corner. Ball out, dead away center as Ward makes his attempt down the lane. At the last minute, puts it off to Williams. Shot no good. Point.
Nice box out there by Michael Moore.
Moore with a rebound. Clock dips under 1 minute here in the second period. As Falk looks the situation over, fakes the 3. Going to drive into the traffic, puts it up.
Good, Andy Fault.
Andy Fault, yes sir. Goes in amongst the trees. He was right in the middle of the forest that time.
I guarantee you. Michael Moore and Wilford having some words down there, Bobo. Oh, Wilford hit Michael right in the face with an elbow a while ago, and he said something to him when he come back. Both referees walked out to half court, and he got a free shot at him, but he said something to him.
I wouldn't want to be messing around with Michael Moore. Ball bounces and comes out. Oh, Porter with a rebound on a good hustling move. His shot up no good. Rebound pulled away by Williams. Williams starting right with him. Thornton moves down with him, doing a little hand checking there, it looked like.
Rod Thornton all over him. I mean, a blanket.
Scottish defense's fault. Hits the deck, back up on his feet. Clay moving with Ward, and it's going to be called for a violation.
It's going to be on Chris Clay.
Foul. Chris Clay. John Gardner, number 10, coming in replacing the Scotties, Chris Clay. Replace a sophomore with a sophomore. Very young Scotty basketball team.
Winding down here in this first half, Bobby.
We're looking at 18 seconds, clock moving, showing 16. Gardner right with Ward, and Ward's no slowpoke. Williams handling. Corner comes out and challenges him. He does a spin move, puts it up. Yes, battle, rattles around and goes in. 2 seconds, 1 second. That's going to be the end of the half. Whistle blows. And
well, they want to foul. What difference would it make? It's the end of the half anyway.
Well, picky. Little bit there. 33-23. Scotties down by 10 here at halftime. 1995 homecoming.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
And to remind you again, if you happen to be away from the set, your television set, Amy Witcher, a senior representing the senior class, senior candidate, Amy Witcher. Our congratulations to Amy. Has been crowned the first basketball homecoming queen in Glasgow High School history. Again, we would like to thank the, I don't know whether I did this girl. Usually I do this girl-boy game. Mr. Jimmy Nelson, the principal, we really appreciate Jimmy a lot. Charles Turner, his assistant, and Terry Flatt, athletic director. And of course, superintendent of schools, and I see Dr. Tennant in every activity nearly that to see him all over schools. I work the schools a lot for Electric Plant Board, the little Happy Valley elementary stuff, and get around somewhat. I always see Dr. Dwayne Tennant supporting the sports program here at Glasgow, and just awful nice people to us. So we're at halftime, and Steve's going to be telling us just momentarily so don't go away. We'll be right back. Lay it on us,
Yeah,
baby.
I got him, baby. Okay, in the quarter, Logan County outscored Glasgow 17-8. Glasgow's led in scoring by Rod Thornton, who hit a 3, and Andy Fodder, who hit a couple of baskets there in that quarter with 4 points. Rod Thornton had a 3 in that quarter. Nick Pointer with 1 on a free throw, and that concludes the scoring for Glasgow. For halftime, Rod Thornton with 9 points, Andy Fott with 4, Michael Moore with 2, Nick Pointer with 6, and Chris Clay with 2. For Logan County Cougars, for the quarter, Tim Ward with 7, Mike Williams with 5, Josh Wilford with 3, Adonis Hart with 3. Halftime totals for Logan County: Tim Ward with 7, Mike Williams with 7, Josh Wilford with 15, Adonis Hart with 4. For Logan County, they were 14 of 24 for 58%. 14 of 24 for 58%. They made 2 threes, Bobby. For Glasgow, they were 8 of 26. 8 of 26 for 31%. Glasgow hit 3 3-pointers. The big story in the first half, Bobby, Josh Wilford for Logan County. He had 15 points, all of them down in that paint. And rebounds were the big story there in the first half also, Bobby. Bobby, you messing with me, Bubba?
Yeah, I started looking at the scorebook. I wasn't checking on you, baby. I was seeing which scorebook we had. Because you know what's going to happen here just in a very, very few days. On January the 17th, mark that down in your calendar, everybody. January the 17th, Barron County and Glasgow, as Glasgow will entertain Barron County in a boy-girl game. Girls' game will be starting at 6 o'clock, and the boys' game immediately thereafter. Of course, they played a few weeks ago, and the Trojans topping the Scotties in that one. And a good ball game. Okay, who was that just came up and visited us?
Somebody brought me a Coke.
Was that was Stacy?
Casey.
Casey. And also I want to thank Steve's mom. Was up here just prior to the girls' game, actually, and brought us some, what did she bring us?
Chocolate buttermilk cake. And you see old Bob, he's pulled it over underneath the camera over there.
Chocolate buttermilk cake.
And it's delicious, too.
It is really good.
If you're listening, thanks, Mom.
So just seconds away as the Scotty band goes into their fight song.
I read some stats out to you. 58% from the floor for Logan County. Glasgow with 31%, 8 of 26 for Glasgow. Most of those shots get blocked down low, Bobby. We're trying to force it in the paint, and most of the shots got blocked.
Yeah, they were quite a few block shots in there. And then, of course, Logan County, with their superiority in height and weight, managed to get the majority of those shots from in around
8
the
to 12
blocks
feet.
in the paint, and they're just real around close, weren't they?
Right. They hit 2 3-pointers in the half, so not much of a threat out there. But, man, have they dominated the paint.
So here we go. We've got 16 minutes of basketball, 8-minute quarters, naturally, in high school girls and boys on varsity level, as inbound to Fault. Fault across the court to Thornton. Rod, civilized dribble, takes the baseline, puts it back up over his head, rims around, come out, no good. Thornton with the rebound after it comes off the hands of Hart, kicks it out to Clay. Clay stops, shoots from the base, nope, no good, and Adonis Walker and loses
Andy
it out
Fault.
of that.
Nice play by Andy Fault, knocking it off of Adonis Hart. Adonis Hart, is that it?
Yeah, Adonis Hart.
Adonis Hart.
His kneecap.
But that's Adonis Hart's that's his fault. He's 6'7". All he got to do is hold the ball over his head. You bring it down there to the hips, that makes a guy like Andy Fault.
And a big guy will get a rebound a lot of times or get a good inlet pass. Now, want to put the basketball on the floor. Want to dribble it one time.
Want to dribble it. Everybody wants to be a point guard.
As the work goes in low to Michael Moore. Michael puts it up. Oh, didn't go down for him. His Hart claims the rebound for Logan County. Looking for a score here. We played lacking 5 seconds, 1 minute in this third quarter. And
breakaway. Rod Thornton's going to win
Rod
this one.
Thornton off the glass. Good as he swipes the ball away from Josh Wilford and takes it coast to coast.
I guarantee you there's nobody out there who can keep up with Rod Thornton. That head boy can fly. I mean, he can absolutely fly.
Letitia Stockton from the Lady Scotties driving the baseline.
Charging, yes, sir.
And yes, Ward was out of control as he took the baseline. He dumped it off to Hart, but then he just plowed. I mean, he just cleaned out that baseline down there in the paint.
Yeah, the snow plow.
33-25 Logan as Thornton handles the basketball for the Scotties. Directing a little traffic as Moore comes out high. Gives it over to Fault. Moore drifts back underneath. Wow! Woo-wee. And a Fault from three-point land. 33-28, the Scotties.
Yarborough said they ought to give him a six-pointer.
Yes. Reed on his dribble. Looks in for Wilford, finds him, back to Reed. Ball loose momentarily, kicks it out to Ward. Ward. He's looking in low to Hart.
Nice
Bounce
defense.
Pass. Moore, heads up defensive play.
Andy.
Right back into the hands of Williams. Shot, Thornton. What do we got?
Tim Ward.
We got a big frown on Tim Ward's face, so evidently it didn't go to suit him.
Oh, me. He did, boy. He ain't come out of that crowd with a big frown on his face.
Yeah.
Glasgow jumping all over the Cougars here starting the second half,
Good
Bobby.
anticipation down there low then on that last play, and I think actually the play before that.
I
Good
tell
defense, good defense.
And Logan County's coach probably telling them, look, guys, when you get the rebound, don't bring the ball down to your waist. That's 3 times this half you've seen it happen, Bobby.
Yeah.
3 times that they've got the rebound, they brought it down, turned around, and Glasgow just swiped it. That's the only way Glasgow can get a rebound. It looks like that's the only way Glasgow get a rebound here.
Well, you know, a lot of the paces, Scotties, I've never noticed them holding the ball over their head as much tonight because they got to get it up high.
Yeah.
To get it over these people. Chris Schroeder, that's the coach at Logan County, isn't he? Is he
No, not Schroeder.
Schroeder?
Souder, I think it's Souder, yeah.
Ball deflected. Fault saves it. On the pass from Clay. Back to Clay. Clay drives, stops, fires. Yes, Chris Clay. Scotty's down by 3 points. 33-30. 5 minutes and 43 seconds as the Scotties battle back. Their defense doing it for them. As they're really getting after the Cougars. Not much you can do about that, but Moore claims a big rebound for the Scotties. It's Fault. Goes over to Pointer. Pointer looking in for Moore. Moore, it's interesting if you're watching to notice that battle. Driving the paint.
Chris
Put it up.
Clay.
Beautiful shot by Chris Clay. Scotty's down by 1 point.
And 3 minutes gone here in this third quarter, and Logan County has not scored yet. I probably shouldn't have said that, should I?
As Coach Schroeder goes, Wilford shot, rims around, comes off, no good, but claimed by Ward, put back up by Ward with his left hand, and he's got it.
You're right. I shouldn't have said nothing.
Coach Schroeder was reaching for those Tums down in that shirt pocket just now. Scotties came out fire, snorting fire. There was El Fuego.
El Fuego, that's right.
Moore over to Clay. Clay looks low, nothing there. Decides to take.
Good.
Will it count?
Yes, sir.
Chris Clay. Toward the baseline, it was cut off, so he says, I'll just go up with it and buries it.
Got 6 points already here starting this third quarter, Bobby.
Chris Clay can tie this basketball game up and turn this into a 3-point play for himself as he steps to the line.
Showing Coach O he deserved that PT, baby.
That's right.
Good.
So
Here
Chris
comes the
Clay
press.
comes away with big 3-point play, ties this basketball game up 35-35. Pressure applied by the Scotties. As on the dribble, weaving his way is Williams as he gets in, kicks it off to the corner. Christian is number 22 handling the ball now as he gives it to Hart, comes out deep. Reed came out, won the ball from Christian. Christian told him to go back on that wing, didn't he?
Yeah.
Christian to
Right
Williams.
there's what they
Nice
want.
little inlet pass down low, and Wilford
Over the
can't
back,
get it to go
over the
forward.
back, no
Wilford
call.
up with it. He's fouled that time by Michael Moore.
Oh, and Coach O is livid.
Besides that, he's real mad.
Besides that, he's real mad. He did get away with over the back.
Yeah, sure did.
He sure
Sure
did.
did.
He's going to get a couple here as Michael Moore picks up his second foul, Bobby.
So that's pretty good for Michael here in the third period with right at 5 minutes. We're about halfway, midway through the third. First shot no good, but Wilford as he lays down a couple of dribbles, picks it up, measures the basket, lets it fly, and yeah, got it that time. Coming in number 30 for
That Wilford kid looks
Logan
a lot like
Stratton.
Jared Prickett, don't he? You look at him closely enough.
No, his hair's too neat. Well, I don't know. It's not. Prickett doesn't have 3 hairs going in the same direction.
No, he's kind of like Jeff Brasso used to be.
Ball
Oh.
fires it, looks good. Reynolds comes off, no good. Porter with a big rebound, puts it up back in as he goes over Hart and puts it in. Good effort, Pointer.
Sure was.
Scotties with a 1-point lead. Up and in by Williams, puts Logan County up by 1. 38-37 Logan. Scotties held a momentary lead. Now let's see what happens here. Thornton.
Somebody's got to move now.
Thornton handles out high. Logan into a zone. 2-3 zone as Thornton tried to dump it over to Michael Moore on the baseline. Deflected out of bounds. He's got his basketball underneath their own basket.
That's a good pass.
Was.
Just a second too late. Michael Moore was wide open.
Thornton inbounds to the corner to the Fault. Fault pulls the trigger. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. This time it looked like it's partially blocked. Coming out with it on the run is Christian. Christian shot up and in.
Sure is.
So a 3-point play here, waiting Christian if he can get this free toss to fall for him. As he fires the first one too hard off the
That's
heel
a
of the
clanker.
rim. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to be off of Thornton. As it goes out of bounds, it'll be Logan County's basketball near side front court. Standing out is Reed.
Rod dove head first into the bench right there to get that one.
Thornton.
Oh, Chris Clay would have turned around. He would have had it.
I was going to get him back in the head.
Yeah, I did too.
Williams holds up a fist as he moves to the left side, still on his dribble, picks it up. Scotty's in a man-to-man. Christian fires, got it.
So Logan County answering Glasgow's pressure defense here.
42-37, Fault from long range, yes! Andy Fault. A 3-pointer. When Andy shoots a long one, he shoots a
It ain't even close to the line. He don't-
long one, doesn't he?
Yeah, he don't even toe the
How many
line.
has that rascal made tonight?
He's made 2 in this quarter, Bobby.
Over in the corner, fire shot up and good by David Reed for 3. Logan by 5 with the Scotties with the basketball. False shot this time, no good. Uncontested rebound pulled away by Reed. Now he's double teamed, but he gets out of it into the hands of Williams. Williams comes across. Clay meets him. Williams needing help. He finds it in Reed. Thornton faces up with Reed. Moves to the center. Out high. Off to the wing. Driving. Putting it up on a good move, but didn't fall for him. It was Williams. We have a whistle underneath.
That's going to be on Williams.
And Williams a little out of control, maybe?
A lot.
Did they charge?
No, he come over the back, Bobby.
Okay, Williams picks up the personal, and that's his second one, I believe.
Yeah.
I keep hitting Bob Yarborough's elbow as he's got that camera lever right up the top of my ball spot. Knocked my
Which one?
My big one. My big one back there. Low 7. 45-40, Logan County. 1 minute and 2 seconds left here in the third period. As Clay handles, he goes into Pointer. Pointer off the glass. Good. Good move by Nick Pointer.
Nice pass there by Chris Clay.
Was, most definitely.
Yes.
Both of them. 45-42. No, Pointer's a junior. Chris Clay, sophomore, as driving, popping is Christian. Pointer with a rebound for the Scotties.
Right away, Nick. Take care of the ball. Time winding
over
down.
To Clay.
Here.
He spots more underneath, and
it's going to be Wilford with a push.
Wilford. I thought he was going to call more for traveling there
for
a minute.
If he wouldn't have pushed him, he would have.
Yeah, I believe he had a.
Yeah. He had help walking that time.
How many Wilford got? A couple?
Two.
Play from the corner. No, not there.
Michael
with
Moore.
The rebound. He took it away and put it back up and in. Michael Moore. Wilford said something to him as they started back up court.
Yeah, they've been heating. I mean, they got a heated thing going on here. There's a walk, and they blew it.
Williams drives by and fault's going to brush him. Very senseless foul by Andy that time. He wish he had that one back.
Yeah.
How many's Andy got? One?
That's one. That's just Andy's first, yeah.
Little Chris Clay comes out after a very good.
Great quarter.
Great quarter, yes, sir. Plays out Gardner in, number 10, Gardner. John Gardner, another sophomore. Williams drives, kicks it off to Reed. Reed from long range, shot up, no good, and skying it, and yes climbing all over everybody was Minix, number 40.
Yep.
Minix.
.1, look down the floor.
Pointer fires it. Ooh, banks high off the glass. It been a little lower. It would have banked in for him, I believe, Steve-O.
Sure would have.
Well, Scotty's definitely scrapping and clawing their way back here in this third period. And being down only by 1 point to the big old Cougars from Logan County. 45-44.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
I want to encourage you to get out and support the high school activities and athletics. These youngsters like to play before crowds, and they know that you care about them and you support them. So come on out and be whatever school, Calvert, Metcalfe, Barron, all of them. Get out and support your young people. Want to remind you again, the Barron County game, January the 17th, boy and girl, starting at 6 o'clock, and that'll be out here at Scotty Gym. Okay, Steve, what have you got, my friend?
Okay, for Glasgow, Rod Thornton picked up 2 in the quarter. Andy Fault with 6. Michael Moore with 2 in the quarter. Nick Pointer with 4. And Chris Clay had 7 in the quarter, Bobby.
Great.
For Logan County, Ward with 2. Williams with 2. David Reed a 3. Josh Wilford with 1. And Adonis Hart Nunn. And Trevor Christian coming in off the bench with 4 points in the quarter for Logan County.
Who claimed the quarter?
Claiming.
Scotties, I believe, didn't he?
Claiming.
Outscored them, yes.
Yes.
I wonder what margin. Your mathematical mind is quickly at work on that. In low to Wilford. Wilford spins, and he's going to take steps as he knocks Pointer to the ground. Referee's telling Logan County's coach to get back in the box over there and sit down. He's out of the box. Ball stolen by Reed, puts up, and Pointer's going to foul him. That was what I call a good foul as Pointer.
Yeah, he hacked him good. That's what you want to do, though.
You want to make a 3-point play out of it.
If you're going to foul him, don't
kiss him.
No.
I thought I was watching the referee then. He was really giving Coach Snouter, or whatever his name is. Souders. He was.
I guarantee he was giving him a look.
He was out of the coaching box. Shot up and in by Reed, David Reed. 46-44 by 2, Logan County. 7 minutes and 28 seconds left in this basketball game as Reed prepares for the second free throw, and he pulls the trigger. Yes.
Glasgow outscored Logan that last quarter, Bobby, 21-12 to cut into that lead, to cut it to 1 after 3 periods, and Logan's went back up by 3 here. But good run that quarter by Glasgow.
Andy Fault. Yes, Andy Fault. For 3 points. Ties this basketball game up 47-47. As Williams moves to the left. Now he reverses, goes back out the front, leaves it over here in the side to Christian. Shot up and in. Who made that one? Wilford? Josh Wilford puts his team up by 2. You know, with Andy bearing him out there, if we could go down there and get little Ashley Woodcock to come out here and play that other wing. Shot up no good by Fault. Loose ball picked up and tripped was Michael Moore.
Nice hustle, Michael Moore right there. Now, there goes Michael Moore down there. He's him and the Adonis Hart had words on the other end that time. It wasn't Wilford. It was Adonis Hart. So, that foul was on number 22 for Logan County. That's Trevor Christian. That's his first, and that's that's Logan County's 7th team foul. So Glasgow will be in the bonus for the rest of the game, Bobby, as Michael Moore sinks the first one.
And the 6'6" junior fires the second one. Michael Moore making both.
Let's go 6'4". 6'4", dude.
Yeah, I'm going really quick. Michael can't help it. I mean, I don't know how many bless his heart. He plays like 6'6" sometimes. And he fires it. Williams shot no good. And melee underneath there claimed by Pointer. Pointer needs some help, and he says, I'll just do it if I can't find somebody. Still on his dribble. Ooh, he had a good notion as he kicked the ball off intended for Michael Moore, but it was taken away, stolen.
He's trying to tell Nick to give it up to a guard.
And to the big man, and Wilford gets it over to the little guard, Williams.
John Gardner all over him.
Christian handles. And to Hart. Out to Reed. Over to Williams. Into
walked.
Thomas.
Yep, sure did. That was after he walked after the foul, but
Adonis,
he can't believe it. All right, well.
Adonis, you travel. Ooh, if looks could kill. I mean, he really frowned.
Yeah, he did.
49-49, tie basketball.
Nice
Michael
move.
Moore's wanting to change it.
Yeah.
He does. A good, powerful move from the baseline off the glass by Michael Moore. Puts his
Taking the
Scotties
lead
up by 2 points.
If I'm not mistaken, that's only the first or second time we've led in this game, Bobby.
Second that I know of. Definitely the second. We led in the third. By 1 point. It was short-lived as they came down and scored right at
Bad foul. It's going to be on John Gardner for the Scotties. That's going to be his first, but that's going to be a 2-shot foul for Williams. It's not Coach O didn't like that. That wasn't not too great of a foul there by John. I know he was trying to get in front of him. He was just a little late. He should just let him go.
That's right, Steve-O. First shot up and through for Michael Williams. Scotties lead by 1. Williams wanting to change that, and he doesn't do it. Battle for the rebound, taken by Wilford. Wilford goes off a good little shot off from the right side, 2 feet away, puts it down. Puts his team up by 1, 52-51. Clay with it, out to Thornton. Thornton looked down low and saw Moore, couldn't get it to him. Thornton with it again. He looks low, but kicks it out to John Gardner. John's shot's going to be shy, and it looked like it was off the head of a Scotty player.
I guess it was off a Scotty player.
I think it went off their top of their cranium. Andy fought in the basketball game for the Scotties as John Gardner comes out. Lobbing it in to Wilford, getting it back to Williams' hands. Thornton right with him as they move to the right side. Thornton fights through a screen by Wilford. Wilford with the basketball goes up for a little 7-foot jumper, puts it in. 54-51. Logan County. Play to Thornton. Lob in under, Pointer with it. Nick puts up off the rim, not there. Got his own rebound, goes up over Hart, puts it in.
Hart.
And Hart was just standing there with his arms, which nearly touched the bottom of the net.
Yeah.
On the second attempt, and
he has got some long arms.
Pointer went over him, put it in, and Hart must have got him with his body, evidently.
That's what they call with the body out.
That's hard for a defensive man to really understand. And coach is trying to explain it to him right now, so he doesn't get down on himself.
Tied up again, Bobby, with 4:34 left to go in this game.
Looked like the coach is driving it home rather hard, though. Okay, tied basketball game, as Steve said. The clock moving at 4 minutes and a half all that's left. Williams draws some attention as he wheels around in the paint, puts it up and in the lane. 56-54, Logan. Clay with it. Spots Buster Grider, number 50. That Buster puts it up. The little roller comes off. Michael Moore goes up, powers it up there, and no good. Wilford with the rebound. Whew. Boy, I bet Moore sleeps good tonight.
Yeah.
He and Pointer both shot up and no good, but Williams rebounded Thornton. A run out and losing the ball out of bounds. I don't. Yeah, it must have been off of Christian.
Christian snuck up behind him. And
so be Scotty's basketball underneath their own goal. They're down by 2 to Logan County, 56-54. Clay with it. Clay maneuvers, gets it out, and Michael Moore. No, I thought he was going to get it. Have a foul.
Buster Grider.
As Grider gets in under Reed. So that's a 5th team foul for the Scotties, is it not? Or is it a 6th team foul?
6th foul.
Coming in is Mr. Tim Ward, and he's going to let Mr. Christian take a rest. Into Williams. He's double teamed. Now Fault backs off. He works against Clay. Now Fault comes in to help. Over to the open Reed. Reed works against Andy. Didn't work off his screen, as just running over everybody was Wilford.
And they got Michael Moore with the block. It's going to be Michael Moore's 3rd.
3 minutes and a half left in this game. As standing at their free throw lines, Josh Wilford. Uh-oh. Shot up and in by Wilford. Yarborough just snuck another cookie. Another piece of cake.
Oh, Lord.
Wilford's second attempt. Fires it, and rattles, comes off no good. Buster Grider up for the rebound, and Buster is going to draw a foul. And the guilty party will be Mr. Minix, I do believe, number 40.
Yes, sir. Jeff Minix.
And that's
his second.
Okie doke. Scotty's down by 3. Buster for a 1-and-1. puts his first attempt up. No good. He could cut the lead to 1. But you got to hit that front end, don't you, Steve-O, to get that second shot.
Sure do.
Down by 3, Scotties, as Reed kicks it off and put it up and in. Minix. 59-54. Thornton. Over to the wing, firing, fault. Nick Pointer went in amongst a bunch of black shirts.
Yeah, Nick Pointer.
Man, he went against 3 black shirts out there, got the
Sure did.
rebound, and took it strong to the hole and put it in it. Good effort, Nick Pointer. Nick's played a well of a basketball game here tonight. Of course, I can name quite a few people that's played a well of a basketball game here tonight. But
Yeah.
But attention right now is on Pointer, so I'm going to single him out for the moment as he fires his first one.
Ooh.
Got it, Nick Pointer. Down by 2, Scotties. Logan County with the basketball. Working against Fulton Thornton, looking for help. He finds it in Minix. Minix stops, shoots way up high. Pointer with a rebound, a run out as he spots Fault. Andy up and in. And a good lead pass by Pointer as he looked down the floor and got it to Fault. Driving the other way, Williams looks out of control.
And he just grabbed him.
It's little Andy's second personal foul, Bobby.
So, timeout on the floor.
We got an old-fashioned barn burner.
As we're tied up 59-59. What's wrong with your wrist?
I don't know. It's not sore
You
from
got
writing down scoring, I can tell you that.
Where'd you get that cute little calculator? I thought you were doing that all in your mind. Now I'm really disillusioned with you, Stephen.
That's right.
Good crowd on hand tonight
Sure
as
do.
it was homecoming. The first ever for Glasgow High School. Emmy Witcher of the senior class crowned 1995 homecoming queen.
Sure was.
Steve-O, we're about halfway through the basketball season, aren't we?
Yeah, Bobby, won't be long. Tournament time right around the corner. You have any idea where this year's district
Well,
tournament's
you
gonna
know,
be
you
played?
got January, the rest of January, then the month of February, and hey,
It's March Madness.
Yes, the last game Glasgow plays, I think, is February the 21st. I believe Cumberland County's coming over here. But I believe that's the last game here at Scotty Gym. And
What, you know where the regions or districts played at this year?
no, I do not know yet. I really don't.
Gummit, Bobby.
They used to do it on some kind of semblance of a rotation,
Right.
but I've lost out.
If
Where did
I'm
we go
not
last year,
mistaken,
Bob? Did we go to Allen
Evanston County.
Evanston
Evanston
County, that's
County.
right. You went there. Yeah, you went to Evanston County,
Yeah.
didn't you?
If
Sure
I'm not
was.
mistaken now, I could be wrong now. But I think it's here this year.
You think so?
I think so. That's just a guesstimate.
I do not know.
Okay. We'll find out.
2:17 remaining in this basketball game. 61-59. Logan County at the lead. Scotties with the basketball as Clays picks it up off the floor, puts down a couple of dribbles. Pass intended for Fault, deflected out of bounds by Reed from Logan. Standing out is Thornton right in front of the Scotty bench as he goes into Chris Clay. Back to Thornton. Clay all the way, Thornton all the way across to open Fault. Fault, then rims around and comes out. Moore goes up, puts it off the glass, and it almost went for him. And
Had a way to work down there, Blue. That's
Randy
working.
Wilkerson, the assistant coach for the Scotties, I bet he jumped when that one came out of Michael Moore's shot. He looked like he left the floor 3 feet.
Glasgow working hard down there, Bobby.
They work hard. Physical, a lot of talent stuff maybe they don't have. They're young, but they work hard, and they make up for it with effort. There's no doubt about that. As Pointer cans his first one, and he readies for his second one. He fires it, rolls around no good. Moore was right up there with it, but Minix claims it for Logan. Clock moving with 1:51. Logan leads by 1 point. Basketball in the hand of Williams. He leaves it off with Ward.
And if you're Logan County, that's who you want to handle. It's Williams. He's He's 5 for
Ward
5.
had it deflected from behind, either by Thornton or Ford. I couldn't hardly tell. Up and oh, no good. Clay claims it for the Scotties on the hustle. Thornton fires. No! More skies and deflects it off the backboard, but it's pulled away by Ward. Tim Ward. 1:19 on the clock. Ward loses it again, second time in a row. Slices it over to Falk. Falk! Andy Falk puts his Scotties up by 1. 62-61. 1:07 on the clock. And Andy's going to be called for a personal foul.
They working hard, baby. They working hard.
Ooh, Scotties lead by 1 and every. Ooh.
Whew. Gotta love it, baby. We've seen 2 good ones tonight. Here comes Hart checking back into the game for Logan County.
Wilford shot up and in. Of course, in a bonus now. Made the first attempt, so he'll get to earn his right for the second one as he ties this one up. Big Adonis Ward in. He's going to replace Minix. I thought Minix played a well of a basketball.
Sure
game
did.
for him
He
off
sure
the
did.
bench. Second shot up, yes, got them both. That Scotty cheering section didn't bother him one bit.
No, it's Jared Prickett counts both.
Yeah.
Cans both of those.
By 1. Logan with the lead. Scotties with the basketball as Thornton out high.
Let Thornton go 1-on-1. That's what
Then-
I'd bet.
Thornton working against Williams. Over to Clay, back to Thornton. Rod on a dribble. Leaves it over with Clay quickly back to Thornton. Michael Moore out high as Pointer flashed towards the basket and shot up and had it altered. Oh,
Michael Moore!
Thornton had his shot, Ford had his shot deflected, and there Mr. Reddy with the rebound. Put it back in, Michael Moore. Williams on a little...
Oh! Michael Williams turned the ball over. Nick Pointer had it, and they called timeout, he said. Oh, my goodness. Everybody was signaling timeout. The referee wouldn't give it to him.
Sure did, right down at the bottom of the free throw line there.
He
ended up
turned
Nick
it
Pointer's
over.
hands. Yes, he did.
They give him the timeout. Woo-wee!
The situation is
You get it.
64-63 the score.
You get it to Josh Wilford. If you're Logan County, you get it to Josh Wilford.
How
I'm
much
telling
time we got on the clock, Steve-O?
20.8 seconds. 64-63 Glasgow leads. If you're Logan County, you get the ball to Josh Wilford. That's the bottom line. And if you're
He's deadly for the free throw line.
He's
If
deadly
you get
from
it
the
down
free
low
throw
to
line.
him, he's going to either make the basket or he's going to can his free throw.
He's 7 of 10 from the free throw line in this ball game.
That's Purdy Peart shooting.
Yep.
Purdy Peart. My great grandmother used to say Purdy Peart. I think she read Purdy Peart, but she used to say Purdy Peart.
I worry about you sometimes, Bobo. Here we go.
64-63. Scotties lead by 1. It's going to be Logan County's basketball far side midcourt. As standing out is Ward. Ward turned it over twice down here earlier. And he's going to get called for time.
5 seconds. They gave it up. Glasgow's going to get
he
the ball
wanted
back.
timeout. He wanted timeout. But he couldn't find anybody open, and he was too late. The referee had done made the count on him, and it's going to be Scotties basketball, and Coach Donnie Owens wants
Too
a
late.
timeout. So Ward, this is not going to be one that Timmy Ward's going to a game that he's going to like
Woo-wee.
remembering very much. He had a rough first half as he was disappointed in himself, and he's had a couple of turnovers there, Steve, and then that critical inbounds a crossover. Good credit to good defense of the Scotties though on that.
But Bobby,
I mean, it could have
just
might
like,
have been anybody could have gotten it in.
that, just
had
like
to
you
be-
said though, the thing that Ward did with the 2 turnovers back to back would get Glasgow right back in the game.
Yeah,
Boom, boom.
yeah,
Andy
yeah.
Fott hit a 3, and then Andy Fott hit another 3. Boom, boom. I mean,
Yeah.
just like that. And that's what got Glasgow back into the game. And then that turnover right there may have cost them the game.
And just excellent defense. Couldn't find anybody to get it into, and he got 5 seconds, and the referee, you can see his hand
Mac
moving.
over there.
His hand just moved. He moves it up and down.
Oh, Mac over there. He's one of my buddies from Allen County. He's the referee across the far
really?
side. Yeah.
You know all these referees.
Yeah, I do. I know most of them. A lot of them I played ball with. And here we go, Bobby.
Independent basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, Ball into
Rod
Thornton's
Thornton.
hand. He's going to be fouled by Mike Williams from Logan County. So Scotties lead.
Chris Clay walks up to old Rod, says, "You the man."
Yes,
He
he
puts his
does.
arm around him and says, "You the man, Rod."
Of course, Chris, a little sophomore, played an outstanding basketball tonight also.
Rod's only been there once tonight.
Yeah,
He's
he's
nailed it.
talking to the old junior, upperclassman, the junior. Oh, up and in by Rod Thornton.
Ice water, baby, ice water. Got some ice water running through them veins.
By 2, the Scotties. Thornton's wanting to make it by 3. Fires it. Ooh, no! Antonio Hart goes up for the rebound. Here comes Ward with it. Ward driving. And
Woo!
coming up real
They
quickly
call
is
timeout.
David Reed flashed up in front of the referee's face and said, we want a timeout. Per instructions from the coaching staff. So, Steve, a 2-point lead, 12 seconds on the clock. To be more explicit, 12.1.
Yeah. If this one goes into overtime, Bobby, it's all in favor of Logan County, I think. Glasgow only goes about 6 deep, and about 7 maybe.
That's right. And
Logan,
with
they went 9.
With that, when they go that deep, even and when they go 7 deep, they're going with so many youngsters. But gee whiz, all these young fellows are getting playing time, Steve. And
Yeah. That's good. You know,
there's
that is
nothing
good.
like PT is
No, baby. No, baby.
no replacement for it.
Everybody needs PT. And I don't mean potty training. I'm talking about playing time.
And you know what I mean? Well, now, PT's sometimes called prime time,
Yeah.
too. isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
Mr.
that's
V.
my boy Deion Sanders. That's what.
Deion Sanders. How did Deion Sanders get in there?
That's what his nickname is. Prime time.
from the 49ers?
Yes.
Okay,
Hello,
Steve, here
Bobby.
we go. 12 seconds. 2-point lead by the Scotties. Inbound to Williams. Being fronted by Thornton. Clock showing 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Fault. The pass was intended over there from Williams to Reed. Deflected out of bounds off the hands of Andy Fault.
Andy's hurt.
And Andy crashes into the bench. Did he hit the thing over there, the bleachers? Andy's been hurtling around every place. Total disregard is the Scotties they just go for everything that's loose. Helter skelter.
Poor Andy. Golly. Everybody on this Glasgow team tonight should get a game ball, Bobby.
They should. They're playing their hearts out.
They
Bless their
have.
hearts. Okay, Reed ready to inbound, showing 7 seconds on the clock. It's moving with 6. Shot up by Williams. He's got it. He puts the Logan County up by 1. Right down the lane and drills it.
That's tied up, Bobby. That's tied up.
Oh, that's right. Ooh, I was thinking about that 1-and-1 on the Scotty end. That ties it up with 1 4/10 seconds. Well, with about 1.5 seconds, of course, the clock does not start until the individual that throws it in from the baseline down there until it touches a player. I've seen them try a lot of things trying to conserve that clock, Steve. I've seen them roll it to midcourt if the other team backs off of them.
Right. They won't back off.
That's not the thing to do, in my opinion, but I have seen it done years ago. But they're putting their tallest player right on the baseline down there, Adonis Hart. And he's going to do everything physically possible to keep Nick Pointer from getting the ball inbounds through his arms that are flapping and legs, trying to keep the Scotties from a rollout.
They threw a block on him.
Well, yeah, it was inbounded. And
He did charge.
And he
I tell
ran
you,
right over.
he did.
Yeah, he did.
He ran right
over. Ran right over Michael Mower. That was a set.
It was a set play.
Set
I've seen it
play.
done a bunch of times.
Sure was. but
Don't
he
pick
was
up a tee
definitely-
here, Donnie-O.
It's definitely a charge. Okay. Overtime. 1 OT for us right now. Have a 4-minute overtime. Four-minute overtime here at Scotty Gym on this very warm January evening. And it's warm inside here. You can bet your bottom dollar on that.
And it's really heating up.
And the thermometer is rising with their depth. And Scotty's going to be fighting a battle here to try to come out with this one of having to play extra 4 minutes. We'll see. They've given it 110%. Clay with it. Clay stops, shoots, rims around, comes out. And big Wilford goes up and pulls it away for Logan County. Puts it up and in. Scotty's went the wrong way.
Sure did.
Clay went to the wrong basket, and Logan leads by 2. I looked at that in this, I said, well, have I taken a short siesta here?
Yeah.
Thornton weaves his way
Good.
down. A beautiful little left-handed scoop shot with the English on it, and a whole ball of wax goes in for Rod Thornton as he ties it up 67-67. Williams, ball loose. And Thornton's going to get called for reaching in.
That's Rod's. No, that's Rod's first, Bobby. Believe it or not, it's Rod's first personal foul. No, I'm talking about it. What am I talking about?
That's his third one.
Third team foul. I don't know what I was thinking. What was
I
I
don't
looking
know.
at anyway?
You got that adrenaline going, and you'll probably just leap up.
I'm ready to get out there and play.
Okay, Williams is the one that tied this basketball game up and sent it into overtime. He's at the free throw line now, hoping to break this tie as we're knotted up at 67 apiece. As Mike Williams stands in. Lifts his first one up. Rattles, comes off. Moore goes up and gets a rebound over Wilford. Scotties on the attack. Thornton off the glass. Rod Thornton.
And he was hacked in the act, baby.
And drew a personal foul, so Rod can turn this into a three-point effort.
That's on Wilford, Josh Wilford. That's his third.
Very, very, very important free throws for the junior right here as Rod sets. He lets it go.
Good.
Beautiful. Three-point effort by Rod Thornton. Williams trying to get rid of Clay. Now Fault joins him. Nick Porter with a rebound. Nice bounce pass. Ooh, and Williams comes in and steals it from Clay.
Well,
Ooh, Hart with it.
If Hart didn't have 9-foot arms, he'd have never got to that one. That's good.
Firing, no, and somebody goes sailing out of bounds as Thornton, as he nearly goes into the Scotty bench.
He did. He sailed
Scotty.
up into the crowd.
And I look at Big Adonis. He's in trouble again. I don't mean to be laughing, but number 54 picked up the personal foul. That was his third one. And we may have had a little Academy Award deal on that, too. A little good acting down there. Thornton just looked like he was catapulted into the front row of the Scotty cheering section. So Rod Thornton with a 3-point lead. He gave it to him, and he's going to extend it to a 4-point lead.
He looked like he jumped out of a trampoline.
Fired out of a cannon, man. Rod Thornton has made the last 4 points for the Scotties. He goes for number 5, bounces, no good. Moore puts it up and in. Michael Moore. Huge rebound, huge put back in by the junior. 73-67. Firing Williams shot no good. And Adonis.
Yeah,
Hart,
Glasgow's ball.
Adonis Hart got the rebound and threw it out of bounds. Bless his heart. Scotty's with the lead. We're showing 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Still a lot of time in this basketball game as Gardner in. Thornton. They're going to stay in Thornton's hip pocket.
Yeah.
Thornton kicks it back out to Gardner. Gardner's fouled as reaching in was Reed, David Reed.
It's big free throws for a sophomore out here, Bobby.
Yes, the young sophomore, John Gardner. On the line.
Hasn't scored yet in this game, hadn't took a shot. It's going to be big tosses for the sophomore.
So at the charity stripe, John Gardner lifts the first one up. John's got it.
Whew, what a friendly rim.
Yeah, he had a lot of, everybody was happy with that body English.
Yeah.
Everybody was leaning. You leaned in against me. 67-74. Scotties with the lead. The second attempt up, and he's got them both. John Gardner, the young sophomore, pressure pack trip to the charity stripe. 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Clock is moving. Ward with it. Just leave Ward with it. Ward over to Reed. Into Wilford. Wilford
loses it out of bounds.
And Adonis loses it out of bounds on the pass from Wilford. Scotty's on the attack as they're not in any hurry at all as Nick Parner handles. He's got Hart in front of him. He's going to make Hart come out deep.
Yeah, that's good.
There comes Adonis.
Chris Clay just needs to get away from him.
Over to Gardner. Parner with it. Parner looking for help. And he's going to be hacked by Adonis, I do believe. Oh, no. David Reed's going to be called for the personal foul. That's David's third. A minute and a half. Down by 8 points, the Logan County Cougars, as the crowd, pretty good following over on this side, sitting in.
Needed that one.
Disbelief at the happenings going on here. They're on their feet. Of course, nobody's much sitting down any place.
No, everybody's pretty much standing up.
Driving the lane, put it up and in was Ward. Timmy Ward. Scotties by 6 points, 75-69. Ball in the hands of Thornton as the clock's going to dip under, no it's not, 1 8/10 seconds.
It's a big toss
1
here
minute
by Rod.
and 8/10 seconds. Rod's made a bunch of big ones here late. Scotties lead by 6 points. 1-1 for Rod Thornton. As Rod lets go the first one is going to be shy, and nobody looked like they followed it for some reason.
Everybody's laying on the ground, I think.
Wilcott with it. Off to Reed. Reed takes the baseline, shoves it off to Adonis, and Adonis puts it in. Adonis Hart. Into Moore. Clock moving to 50 seconds. Thornton gets across the timeline. He's tripped, and he takes a sail by Timmy Ward. Scotties lead by 4 points to 46 seconds in the basketball game. Rod Thornton is really stepped up, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He just needs to hit these tosses right here. He's missed these last two. This is a big one. I mean, we need these two.
Need them badly. 75-71 and 1-1. Thornton, first attempt, too hard. Oh! Took a friendly high bounce and fell for it. Big smile on his face as he said, boy, I sweated that one out.
Yeah, had a lot of iron, but stayed, huh?
Took a high bouncer. Rod, second one, no. Off the hands, yes, of Wilford.
Yes, sir. Sure did. John Gardner checks out of the game for the Glasgow. Done a nice job in that overtime, Bobby.
Yes, he did. Bless his heart. Hit 2 pressure-packed free throws. Scotties lead by 5. And little Chris Clay is going to be fouled by Ward.
They need to move the ball, though. Instead of just standing there waiting for him to come to you, move that ball around, pass it around. Take some time off the clock. That's what we need.
43 seconds, 43 and 8/10.
Tim Ward fouls out of the game for Logan County, Bobby.
Tim Ward does?
Yes.
Bob, that's a terrible shot you've got there. That's where the band was sitting. They went to put all their instruments up, and that's about the only empty seats in the house.
That's the truth.
Okay, the
Big toss is right here for Chris Clay.
Yeah, the little sophomore has done a beautiful job this evening.
Sure has.
All the Scotties have played their hearts out. Big underdog in this basketball game. Chris gets a ring around the world, and it falls for him. That's a merry-go-round shot there, Steve-O, but boy, they count. They look good when they ripple that net, when that net moves at the bottom, don't they? And he get nothing but the bottom of the net on that one.
They look good when they go up on that scoreboard.
Wow, you better believe it. 78-71. Long range shot, no good. Fought with it. And Fought was standing on the baseline on a very gallant attempt to rebound it, and he's back down again.
He's injured that. I don't know what he's injured. He's growing or what, but he's back. He's hurting again.
Yeah, he's really favoring that left side. Yeah. So Andy's not going to be able to continue. The youngster is quite a competitor, and he went with it as long as he could. And he says, man. Williams almost lets it get away. Clock moving 33 seconds. And shot up. High off the glass. No good. Battle for the rebound. Off of Thornton.
That's okay. Just keep knocking it around down there.
Who's that number 12? He must be a football player. He's in there like a bull in a china shop.
Number 12, Kyle Robertson.
He inbounding it right now to Wilford.
We'll take the two. Let him have the two.
There's a two-pointer. Moore with it. Moore quickly to Clay. Clay is mugged. I can't describe it any other way.
Yep.
Tommy
hawked.
Clay will whip you at that free throw line. Y'all better be careful. He and Gardner, those sophomores, they love that free throw line. They'll beat you to death.
78. Go ahead, Bobby.
Excuse me, 17 seconds. Let's go ahead with the score.
78-73. Glasgow on top as Chris Clay gets set at the free throw line for Glasgow.
As he toes the line, fires the shot, and all net for Chris Clay.
Nothing but nylon.
79-73. Clay fires the second one. Gee whiz, he didn't touch anything but the bottom of the net.
Nope. Make him pick it up.
16 seconds. Clock moving with 14. Three-pointer for Williams. Shot not there. Wilford with the rebound. He's going to fire one. Going to be shy. Picking up the garbage and putting it back
Hold
in.
the ball.
Williams. And
makes it a 5-point game, Bobby, with 4.6 seconds. It looks good for Glasgow. And get the ball in play.
As Logan calls a quick timeout. Yes, Steve, right. Maybe we can take a little breather. No, you can't.
No.
They're never over till the rotund lady sings. Yarborough.
Yarborough's had a big time tonight, haven't we, Yarborough?
She's warming up.
Oh, that's what that noise was. She's warming up, he said, Steve.
Hey, we've seen, I tell you what, the girls played real hard tonight. I think they were outsized as we got to see a look at that girls game tonight, and we know definitely that the boys were outsized.
Yeah.
And as Glasgow girls lost 64-56.
Yeah.
In that first game, and but they were, it was a lot closer than that. They cut it to 2-1 there late in the fourth quarter, and
it was a good basketball.
It sure
game.
was. It sure was.
And they have a very good girls basketball team.
They sure do.
Scotties just
ranked currently right now 6th in the region.
Are they really?
Logan County girls are, yeah.
Great, Steve.
Gotta get this ball in here, Bobby. This is big.
Very big. Thornton with it. Thornton's fouled immediately. One click went off the clock. 3 7/10 seconds. And this is a big win for Glasgow.
Oh.
Very big win for Glasgow.
Especially everything that's happened in a week here.
But yes, and losing a frontline player and then having Chris Clay and John Gardner and
who stepped up big tonight.
Stepped up big time. You're right. Nick Pointer, he kicked it into another gear and just Rod Thornton puts it in. 81-75.
Rod Thornton.
And it's
8
just
points here in this overtime for Rod Thornton. Hey, look at this. Glasgow putting in all the freshmen. That's great. I like to see that. Comes all these freshmen coming in here.
They sure are. They surely are.
Grant
J.R.
Landrum
Wade,
and-
Will Whiteside.
Sure is.
Landrum. Go ahead and pick them up if you can, buddy. Second shot, no good. Clock moving 2 seconds, 1 second, and history. This one belongs to the Scotties. As they fought
What's the
their
floor?
little hearts out. I'll say little because they just go up against such monstrous teams sometimes. And they just played on another level. And all heart, all hustle.
Sure was.
And just a joy to behold as the student body erupts from the left side over here and just takes the floor, congratulating their youngsters. 81-75, the Scotties with a big, big win here at homecoming 1995 here at Scotty Gymnasium. So Steve's going to be doing a little computation over there as we did go into overtime after regulation. It was knotted up, and we went into overtime. Williams tied it up for Logan County and sent it into overtime. And then the Scotties just dominated the overtime and made a slew of free throws as they calmly stepped to the free throw line. So one more time, I'm going to remind you, January the 17th, we'll be there. We want you to be there also. And at Barron County Barron County comes to Glasgow High School. Barron County at Glasgow High School, boy-girl game. January the 17th, what is that, Bobo? Is that on a Friday? As you look at your Mickey Mouse Supreme? Tuesday? Yes, that is Tuesday. So Tuesday evening here at 6 o'clock, the first game, girls-boy, Tuesday night against Barron County here at Scotty Gym. Okay, Steve, what do we got, bud?
Okay, Bobby, for the Cougars of Logan County. They were led tonight in scoring by Josh Wilford with 27 points. Mike Williams with 14, Tim Ward with 11, David Reed with 7, Donis Hart with 4, Trevor Christian with 4, Jeff Minix, I guess it is, Jeff Minix with 2, and that'll do the scoring for Logan County. For Glasgow, Bobby, you're going to enjoy this.
Okay,
So
enjoy me.
Listen to this starting five scoring tonight.
Okay, I'm listening.
Rod Thornton with 20, Andy Fott with 17, Michael Moore with 12, Nick Pointer with 17, and Chris Clay with 13.
All 5 in double digits.
All 5 in double digits. John Gardner had 2. What scoring? What pretty balanced scoring. Glasgow outscored Logan County 16-10 in the final period as they sank 10 of 13 free throws in overtime to win this game.
Hush. 10 of 13?
10 of 13 in overtime to win. And that, my friends, is how you win basketball games. We've seen a dandy here tonight, buddy.
We have
81-75.
I agree, Steve-O. I definitely agreed. And remember, well, there's only these are young people. Andy Fald is the only senior on this basketball team, and we're looking at sophomores.
Nick
that
Pointer.
would play a lot, who should be playing JV basketball, normally. And they're stepping in and playing a good basketball team from Logan County and winning here on hustle and determination. So congratulations to Coach Donnie Owens, Randy Wilkerson, Bobby Duvall for just really making this a very enjoyable evening and a very enjoyable 1995 basketball homecoming here at Scotty Gym. And again, to remind you, the homecoming queen for 1995, Emily Witcher. So for Telescripts Cable Company, for Steve Estes, for Bob Yarborough, I'm Bobby Biggers. Thank you for joining us. Have a good tomorrow. Take care of yourself and drive safely. Good evening.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.